Yo, good evening, USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, your host with the most misunderstood lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, creator, YouTuber, and Queens, New York native who is also a New York Mets fan from the neck of the woods of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you're not rocking with me by listening, tuning in, streaming, and watching the 405th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York Avenue podcast, live and direct from StreamYard and the comfort of my room and YouTube. And if you miss any episodes whatsoever, please feel free to actually check out those episodes that I already posted right now. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555 so you'll be notified on when I'll be on the air via live stream alongs- alongside with more new video podcast episode live streams. And of course, leave a like and a comment based on the topics. Tell me how you feel about the topics in each episode. How do you feel about them as far as like what's going on with the Queens Bus redesign and all that other stuff. So and um and thank goodness we're taking a breather from the heat wave. I hope y'all have your water. Hope y'all have your air conditioners on in your rooms, central air, whatever it may be, and I hope y'all have some water with you while you are doing your delivery services and everything else in between, including bus operators from Nice Bus, MTA, and all the other hardworking people out there who are doing 9 to 5 jobs and stuff. Man, make sure y'all stay hydrated and make sure y'all have your Gatorade with electrolytes too. Anyway, man, let me cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase with this right here. I want to talk about the Omni thing as far as like how to use it and stuff. So I'm gonna break this down in in my analysis of how to use it. So stick around and let's get to it. Before I continue with the analysis of the Queens Bus redesign and how the bus routes are being affected, along with the new bus routes that's being added and stuff, I want to take a look at the Omni thing. I want to take a look at the Omni thing. I know everyone has been having a hard time with the Omni machines lately and stuff, as far as like as far as like customers being double charged. I just wish the MTA could come up with Omni cards for like 7 day and 30-day unlimited, just like the Metro cards. All right, so you know, so yeah, let's break this down. What Omni is actually and how it works. So Omni is the contest, the contactless fare payment system for public transportation in the New York region. Simply use your contactless credit card or debit card, smartphone, wearable devices, or an Omni card to tap and go. Now, for those of you who may not know what Omni stands for, it stands for One Metro New York. Omni is accepted across subways, buses, paratransit, and other regional services. And yes, the MetroCard will eventually be phased out. So get you get you tapping. By the way, Nice Bus didn't have their scanners for Omni quite yet, but from what I've been hearing, um, by next year they should be having Omni scanners on their buses, all their buses. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the year, the Metro cars are going to be phased out. So it means no more. No more Metro cars being sold in stores. Anyway, how to use Omni. Use a smartphone, of course, with mobile wallet enabled, a wearable or a contactless credit card, or an Omni card to pay your fare at subway turnstiles, auto gates, and onboard buses, including select bus service. Simply tap one of them on the Omni reader. Benefits of Omni includes free transfers. Use the same card or device for both legs of your trip to get a free transfer. Free trips, pay for 12 rides using the same card or device in a 7-day period. And all traditional rides within the week are free. You can learn more here. The screen will say go and turn green if the tap was successful. Need help setting up a mobile wallet so you can tap with a phone or smart device? You can learn how now. Omni for reduced fare. Attention MTA reduced fare customers. Your half fare benefit is moving to Omni. Look for your new reduced fare Omni card in the mail soon and check this page for updates. Continue to use your reduced fare MetroCard in the meantime. If you already made the switch to Omni, you can continue to tap and go without interruption using your same card or device. Where can I use Omni? So basically, Omni is accepted on MTA buses, subways, Staten Island Railway, Roosevelt Island Tram, Hudson Rail Link, and Air Train Howard Beach and Air Train Jamaica stations with more services to follow. Omni cards are available at many retail locations, which includes Walgreens. I read that they have it at 7-Eleven, CVS Pharmacy. I believe they got that as well too. Um, and throughout the region and at Omni vending machines and subway stations. Find one here. Okay, let me take a look at this actually. Let's take a look at this retail locations actually. So, um, retail locations. Trying to see. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, and you can also get it by subway stations. You can also get the Omni card at your check cashing place where people cash their paychecks. All right, so first ever tap with a credit card or a debit card, you can't pass you can't pass it back yet. If this is your first time tapping a particular bank card or an Omni or any Omni reader, you can't use it to pay for others on the same trip yet. This is because your bank must approve the transaction before any other paid. Instead, use a separate payment method for everyone on your first trip. Approval generally takes only a few minutes, so you should be able to tap for up to 4 people on your next trip. However, using separate cards or phones allows everyone in your group to earn free rides. When each person pays for 12 rides using their same card or phone within 7 days, any additional rides within the 7 days are free automatically. No signups or apps needed, just tap and learn more. Let me see, let me see. And let me see. Wait a minute here. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at something real quick. So let's see. Let me see. Let me see. So because MetroCard sales, you might be wondering how to finally get an Omni card, the MetroCard replacement that lets you quickly tap and go through the turnstile rather than swiping. The MetroCard has been around since 1993, maybe as long as you've been alive or longer. While it is much more convenient to carry than a bunch of coins, it does have its flaws. You have to add money to it using a machine at a station, and if you lose it or it gets crumpled in the wash, you have to purchase a new one. Swipe again at this turnstile. The message you get when the card didn't swipe correctly has been a source of a headache for all these years. Um, let's see. That's crazy, man. So let's see. If you haven't made the switch yet to Omni, it really does make getting through the subway system a lot smoother, especially because you can also tap your credit card or smartphone with a credit card loaded onto it to get through the turnstile. It's 21st century tech within a 120-year-old system. Yeah. Um, so, as New York City begins its final months of MetroCard sales, we're breaking down all you need to know about getting and using an Omni card in NYC. When is the when is the MTA ending MetroCard sales? The final day for MetroCard sales and distribution will be December 31st, 2025 of this year, and retail partners will no longer sell MetroCards as of the fall of 2025. MetroCards will still be accepted into 2026, and if the official acceptance date will be announced later. How to get an Omni card and where to use it. If you prefer using a physical card, you can buy a reloadable Omni card for $5 and load and reload the card at thousands of retail locations online, mobile sales van locations, or at subway stations throughout New York City. Every station has an Omni vending machine, including Jamaica Center. You can use it by tapping on any Omni screen at the subway station, on on a bus, and even at the PATH train entrance. PATH train entrance. Otherwise, you can just tap your contactless credit card or credit card enabled smartphone right on the Omni tap screen. How much is an Omni card, you ask? $5. But you must put at least $1 on it when you purchase the card. How does it work, you ask? Instead of swiping the card, you can be very, which can be very frustrating when your card has seen better days. When you simply tap your smartphone, smartwatch, even a Fitbit, or a single contactless chip credit or debit card, which has a symbol on it. If you use a smart device, you'll have to have a credit card linked to it beforehand for it to work. The reader won't tell you your fare, so you'll have to look on your credit card statement to see how much you were charged. Otherwise, you can see it by signing up for an Omni account. You can sign up at Omni Info Register for free. Why is NYC using Omni now? The technology has existed for years, including in London's Oyster card, Boston's Charlie card, and Tokyo Suica, proving it's a successful system for other major cities. And since its introduction in NYC in 2019, it has been a win. According to the MTA, It has a customer satisfaction rate of 85%. I I tend to I tend to disagree with that. The tap and go system has greatly simplified how to use the MTA and navigate New York City, said New York City Transit President Demetrius Critchlow in a statement. Tap and go has become very popular among subway and bus riders, and for good reason. It is the fastest, easiest, and most convenient way to pay the fare, and we encourage any remaining customers to make the switch as soon as possible for a seamless transition. Additionally, using a contactless payment system allows the city to offer promotions, discounts, and special deals for tourists, and even a loyalty program like you have with frequent flyer miles. The MTA says there is $40 million of fair value underutilized annually from weekly and monthly MetroCards. Not using the leftover funds on your MetroCard adds up, and there's no need to prepay to get a discount. Customers automatically receive free unlimited unlimited rides for the rest of the week once they or $34 or even $17 for enrolled reduced fare customers in fares. Hmm. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. I can actually get with that. I will disagree with the whole notion of what I just saw. Now, people been having problems with the Omni machines, and the customers keep getting double charged. That is not good, and I feel like the MTA needs to do better before they even think about raising the fares and all that other shit. They need to fix those Omni machines because people are getting tired of being double charged. It's three times worse than being it's three times worse than a MetroCard double dipping in the fucking machine of the buses. It's ridiculous. Um, the MTA says it'll save at least $20 million annually by phasing out MetroCard production and distribution, nixing vending machine repairs, and more. It apparently also helps with fare compliance efforts because it can now use technology to check for proof of payment. So let's get into this next one right here. Okay, so the next one. Let me see. So the MTA said, yeah, I already, yeah. So, what does Omni stand for anyway? So, like I said earlier, Omni stands for One Metro New York that pays off the word Omni, meaning all. So, there you go, right there. Now, spots that I just mentioned where you could get your Omni cards and stuff, you can get your check cash in place. You can get it at your local CVS pharmacy. You can get it at 7-Eleven and Walgreens. You can get it at the subway train station as well. So there you go. There you go right there. Now continue with the I want to continue with the analysis of the new bus routes that's been added and how some of the current bus routes are being affected. So let me prepare myself and and get settled in. Give me one moment, folks. I'm trying to look for the Q82. Um, hold on. Still looking. Yeah, we're gonna go over the Q82 to the Q115 in this episode right here. As soon as I find the Q82, we'll go over it. All right, here we go. Now, Q82 Belmont Park and Jamaica Queens. The new Q82 will connect Belmont Park to Jamaica, replacing the Q110 service on Hempstead Avenue and Q36 service on 212th Street slash 212th Place. The route will have limited stop rush service on Hillside Avenue, where the Q1, Q3, and Q76 will serve local stops. And the average stop spacing is 1,314 feet. All right, so starting with eastbound to Belmont Park. All right, so 168th Street Terminal North is the new stop location alongside with the current bus stops that's being added with the new bus route of the 82. All right, so all right, so 168th Street, Terminal North, new style location, connections to the Q6, Q8, Q9, Q17, Q30, Q31, Q31, Q41, Q75, and Q110. Um, you have Hillside Avenue and 168th Place added to the existing bus stop along with Hillside Avenue, 180th Street, Hillside Avenue, 187th Place, Hillside Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, Hillside Avenue, 210th Place, 210th Street, Hillside Avenue, 212th Street, 212th Place, 90th Avenue, 212th Place, 93rd Avenue, Hempstead Avenue, 213th Street, Hempstead Avenue, 99th Avenue, Hempstead Avenue, 217th Lane, Hempstead Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, Hempstead Avenue, 221st Street, Hempstead Avenue, 225th Street, and of course Belmont Park Racetrack, UBS Arena is the new stop location, and of course the new stop location also Hempstead Avenue, 221st Street. All right, so connections to the F train, Q2, Q3, Q30, Q31, Q43, Q75, Q76, Q77, and QM68. F train, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q17, Q43, Q76, Q77, and QM68 bus connections. Connections to the Q1, Q2, Q3, Q17, Q36, Q43, Q76, QM68, Q1, Q36, Q76, Q1, Q36, Q43, Q110, and of course Q27 buses. All right, westbound to Jamaica. Um, the rest looks the same. The rest looks the same. So the same goes with westbound to Jamaica, Queens. So it's from Belmont Park Racetrack to and UBS Arena to let me oh wait. I'm sorry. Let me go over that actually. So Belmont Park Racetrack UBS Arena is the new stop location. Of course, the connections to the Q2. Hempstead Avenue to 25th Street alongside with Hempstead Avenue to 21st Street, Hempstead Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, Hempstead Avenue to 17th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 212th Place, 212th Street, 93rd Avenue, and and 212th Street, 90th Avenue, Hillside Avenue, 211th Street, Hillside Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, Hillside Avenue, 188th Street, Hillside Avenue, Midland Parkway, 169th Street, Hillside Avenue, 169th Street, Terminal North. And of course, Q2, Q27, Q2, Q27, Q Q110, Q1, Q36, Q43, Q43, Q76, QM68, Q2, Q3, Q17, QM68, F train, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q17, Q43, F train, Q1, Q17, Q30, Q31, Q43, Q75, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q17, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q54, Q56, Q75, and Q110 buses. Next, we have the Q83 bus, Liberty and Murdoch Avenues. The Q83 will maintain its existing daytime routing between Cambria Heights and Jamaica. Overnight, the route will no longer travel to the Queens Village LIRR station and will instead provide new 24/7 service for riders on 113th Drive and 114th Drive. Excuse me, 114th Avenue. Oh, sheesh. Revised stops along Liberty and Archer Avenues in response to public feedback. And of course, change route type from rush to local. Oh, damn. Previous stop spacing was 729, and now it's 1,092 feet. All right, so so eastbound to Cambria Heights, excuse me, 153rd Street, Hillside Avenue, 150th Street, Jamaica Avenue, Jamaica Center Bay D, and along with Archer Avenue, 165th Street, Liberty Avenue, 168th Place, Liberty Avenue, 170th Street, Liberty Avenue, 173rd Street, Liberty Avenue, 177th Street, Liberty Avenue, 180th Street, Liberty Avenue, 183rd Street, Liberty Avenue, Arcade Avenue. Never heard of that street, but anyway, Liberty Avenue and Camden Street are the bus stops that are still standing and saved. Connections to the F train, Q1, Q24, Q25, Q43, Q65, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44 SBS, Q54, Q56, Q65, Q75, Q84, Q112, and Q115 buses. Connections to the E, J, and Z trains: Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q75, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. And of course, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q110, Q112, and Q115 buses. Q5, QM64, Q3, QM64, Q3, QM64, and Q77. All right, so the bus stops that have been taken off are Liberty Avenue, Elmira Avenue, Farmers Boulevard, um, Caseyville Avenue, Murdoch Avenue, Farmers Boulevard, um, Murdoch Avenue and 198th Street, Murdoch Avenue, 204th Street, Murdoch Avenue, 208th Street, and Colfax Street, 212th Street. Let's see. Yes, so the ones that are still standing are Liberty Avenue, Hillburn Avenue, Farmers Boulevard, Jordan Avenue, Farmers Boulevard, 113th Avenue, Murdoch Avenue, 194th Street, along following Murdoch Avenue, 196th Street, Murdoch Avenue, 200th Street, Murdoch Avenue, 202nd Street, Murdoch Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, Murdoch Avenue, 210th Street. Um, Colfax Street and Springfield Boulevard, along with 114th Avenue and 219th Street, um, are still standing. Connections to the Q27 bus. Q114 221st Street has been taken down. Following 114th Avenue, 225th Street, 114th Avenue, 227th Street, and and of course, the ones that are still standing are 114th Avenue, 223rd Street, and of course 227th Street, 113th Drive. And I believe the rest is still the same. Yeah, the rest is still the same, so it remains the same. So no, there's not too many changes actually. There's not too many changes. So it's not too many changes with the Q83. So except for the bus removals. Now we go on to the Q84 bus route, which I am very, very upset that the MTA put the Q84 as a rush route instead of the Q5. All right, the Q84 will maintain its existing routing between Laurelton and Jamaica. The route will have limited stop rush service along Marion Boulevard, where the Q5 will serve local stops. Jeez, and yeah, so all right, so Archer Avenue, 153rd Street bus stop has been taken off. Following Archer Avenue, 165th Street, um, Merritt Boulevard and 104th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard and 107th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard and 108th Avenue, um, Merritt Boulevard and 109th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard and 110th Avenue, um, Merritt Boulevard and 115th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard and 116th Avenue, um, Merritt Boulevard and 119th Avenue. Let's see. 120th Avenue, Sunbury Road, 120th Avenue and 180th Street, 120th Avenue, 194th Street, 120th Avenue, 200th Street. Let's see. 120th Avenue, 218th Street, 120th Avenue, 222nd Street, 120th Avenue, 234th Street are the bus stops that's been removed. And to the ones that are kept and added to the existing bus stop are Jamaica Center Bay E, Archer Avenue, 165th Street, added at the existing bus stop. Of course, yeah. So the bus stops that are removed are the ones with the rush service and speed reliability. So I'm not going to go into too much of that. Anyway, so we have Merrick Merritt Boulevard and 111th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard and Linden Boulevard, along with 120th Avenue, Irwin Place, and wait, Merritt Boulevard and Foch Boulevard. That stop is still standing. That stop is still standing. And let me see. Let me see. Yes, 120th Avenue, 178th Place, following 120th Avenue, Farmers Boulevard, 120th Avenue, Lucas Street, 120th Avenue, 192nd Street, 120th Avenue, 196th Street, 120th Avenue, 198th Street, 120th Avenue, Nashville Boulevard, connections to the Q27 and 77 buses. 120th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 120th Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 120th Avenue, 224th Street, 120th Avenue, 226th Street, 120th Avenue, 230th Street, 120th Avenue, 232nd Street, 120th Avenue, 237th Street, following 238th Street, 121st Avenue, 238th Street, 128th Avenue, and Laurelton Parkway, 129th Avenue. All right. And I believe the rest are the same. No, hold on. Hold on. There's been some minor changes actually. So okay, so the following bus stops that are still standing are 237th Street, 129th Avenue, 237th Street, 128th Avenue, 237th Street, 121st Avenue, 120th 120th Avenue, 237th Street, 120th Avenue, 234th Street, 120th Avenue, 231st Street, 120th Avenue, um, 227th Street, 120th Avenue, 224th Street, 120th Avenue, 222nd Street, and 120th Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard. Um, 120th Avenue, um, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 120th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 120th Avenue, 202nd Street, 120th Avenue, 199th Street, 120th Avenue, 195th Street, 120th Avenue, 193rd Street, 120th Avenue, 190th Street, 120th Avenue, Farmers Boulevard, 120th Avenue, 178th Street, following 120th Avenue, 177th Street, Merritt Boulevard, and Baisley Boulevard. Um, and Merritt Boulevard, Victoria Road, and the rest of the streets, Merritt Boulevard and Foch Boulevard. Um, that stop is still standing. Merritt Boulevard and 116th Avenue, and Merritt Boulevard 115th Avenue removed to provide rush service. Um, Merritt Boulevard and Linden Boulevard following Merritt Boulevard and 111th Avenue. Um, and those stops are still standing. 110th Avenue and Merritt Boulevard, 110th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard, 109th Avenue. Bus stops have been taken off for rush service. Merritt Boulevard and 108th Avenue is still standing. Merritt Boulevard and 105th Avenue, following Merritt Boulevard and Liberty Avenue. 168th Street, Douglas Avenue has been removed for rush service. Um, Archer Avenue, 165th Street, added to the existing bus stop. Archer Avenue, Parsons Boulevard, removed for rush service. Archer Avenue and 153rd Street, that stop is still standing. So yes, so of course the buses includes yes, the Q27. Yeah, yeah, that includes the Q27. Let me just go over yeah, so yes, the EJZ trains Q4, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, um, Q24, Q25, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q44, SBS, Q56, Q60, Q65, Q75, Q83, Q85, Q89, Q112, Q115, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q83, and Q110, Q4, Q51, Q5, Q5, Q80, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, QM63, Q3, Q27, and Q77. Um, Q27, Q77, Q3, Q5, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, and QM63. Now let's take a look what happened with the Q85, Rosedale, Rossdale, and Jamaica. The Q85 will maintain its existing Rosedale routing on 243rd Street. The new Q89 will replace service on the existing Green Acres branch. The Q85 will have limited stop rush service along Merritt Boulevard, where the Q5 will serve local stops. Sheesh. Previous stop spacing was 913 feet. Now it's 1,196 feet. Um. All right. So the bus stops that are still standing are the Jamaica Center Bay B, and Archer Avenue, 165th Street. Okay, so and of course the bus stops that have been removed for rush service are Merritt Boulevard, 104th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard, and 108th Avenue. And of course, Merritt Boulevard and 169th Place it has been added at the existing bus stop. Merritt Boulevard and 109th Avenue has been taken off for rush service following Merritt Boulevard and 110th Avenue, and Merritt Boulevard and 111th Avenue following Merritt Boulevard is still standing. Merritt Boulevard and 115th Avenue bus stops have been taken off for rush service following Merritt Boulevard and 116th Avenue. Um, Merritt Boulevard and Fauci Avenue bus stop is still standing. Merritt Boulevard and 119th Avenue bus stop has been removed for rush service following Baisley Boulevard, Merrill Street, Baisley Boulevard, and 172nd Street for speed and reliability. Yeah, right. Farmers Boulevard and 138th Avenue, along with 140th Avenue, 183rd Street bus stop has been taken down. Okay, so yeah, Merritt Boulevard and Baisley Boulevard still standing. Following Bedell Street, Baisley Boulevard, Bedell Street, 127th Avenue, Bedell Street, 130th Avenue, um, Bedell Street, 133rd Avenue, Bedell Street, 134th Road, Bedell Street, Farmers Boulevard, uh, has been taken. No, excuse me, has been kept. Excuse me. All right, so let me just go over the connections. EJZ Q4 Q5 Q6 Q8 Q9 Q20 Q24 Q25 Q30 Q31 Q42 Q44 SBS Q65, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q86, Q87, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q83, and Q110. Q4, Q51, Q5, Q84, QM21, LARR, which is the Long Island Railroad, Q3, QM65, LARR, Long Island Railroad, Q3, QM21, and QM65, and Q3. And let me see. Okay, where were we? Yes. Yes, so 140th Avenue, 180th Street, 140th Avenue, 183rd Street. Hold on, hold on. 140th Avenue, 183rd Street. That stop has been taken off. 140th Avenue and Thurston Street has been taken off. It has been. Excuse me. Um, those bus stops are still standing following Springfield Boulevard, 141st Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 143rd Avenue. Farmers Boulevard and 138th Avenue bus stop has been taken off. Um, and of course, South Conduit Avenue, 221st Street. Following South Conduit Avenue, 225th Street bus stops are still standing. Of course, connections to the Q77. South Conduit Avenue, 223rd Street bus stop has been taken off following South Conduit Avenue, Lansing Avenue, and South Conduit Avenue, 140th Avenue. 243rd Street, 142nd Avenue. And the bus stops that are removed for new routing is 243rd Street, 147th Avenue, South Conduit Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, South Conduit Avenue, Hook Creek Boulevard, Green Acres Road, Sydney Place, Green Acres Road, Mayfield Lane, Green Acres Road, Green Acres Mall. Um, all right, the ones that are still standing are South Cadouet Avenue, 231st Street, South Cadouet Avenue, Brookville Boulevard, following 243rd Street, South Cadouet Avenue, 243rd Street, Memphis Avenue, 243rd Street, Weller Avenue, 243rd Street, 145th Avenue, 243rd Street, Huxley Road are still standing. So there you go. Um, so there you go. And wait, let me see. Yeah, Green Acres Road and Green Acres Mall, following Green Acres Road and Sunrise Highway. Sunrise Highway, Hook Creek Boulevard has been removed due to new routing. Um, yes, so 243rd Street, 147th Avenue, along with 243rd Street, 144th Avenue has been kept for the Q111, Q111, Q77, LARR, Q5, Q89 buses, and yeah, 243rd Street, Weller Avenue, 243rd Street, 142nd Avenue bus stops has been taken off. 243rd Street, Memphis Avenue bus stop still standing. Francis Lewis Boulevard, 245th Street bus stop has been taken down. Sunrise Highway, Francis Lewis Boulevard, standing. Connections to the Q5 and Q89, LIRR, Q5 and Q86. Um, Sunrise Highway, Brookville Boulevard, bus stop has been taken off. North Conduit Avenue, 230th Place, North Conduit Avenue, 225th Street, bus stop has been kept. North Conduit Avenue, 222nd Street, bus stop has been taken off. Springfield Boulevard, 144th Avenue, following Springfield Boulevard, 143rd Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 141st Avenue, and of course 140th Avenue, Southgate Street bus stops are still standing. 140th Avenue, Bedell Street bus stop has been taken off. 140th Avenue, Farmers Boulevard still standing for the Q3 connection, and of course the LARR. Um, and let me see. The rest of the streets are still the rest of the streets. Okay, so Farmers Boulevard, 182nd Street, bus stop removed. Bedell Street, Farmers Boulevard, Bedell Street, 134th Road, Bedell Street, 133rd Avenue, Bedell Street, 130th Avenue, Bedell Street, 127th Avenue, Bedell Street, Baisley Boulevard. Bus stops are still standing. LARR, Q3, QM21, and QM65, QM21 buses. Baisley Boulevard, 172nd Street, Baisley Boulevard, Merrill Street bus stops have been taken off. Merritt Boulevard and Baisley Boulevard still standing. Merritt Boulevard and Victoria Road, following Merritt Boulevard, Fox Boulevard. Okay, so Fox Boulevard. Okay, so Merrick Boulevard and Victoria Road bus stop has been taken off for rush service. Following Merritt Boulevard and 116th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard, 115th Avenue, bus stops has been taken off for rush service. Um, Rush service. So let's see. We have Merritt Boulevard and Linden Boulevard, along with Merritt Boulevard and 111th Avenue. Bus stops are still standing. Merritt Boulevard and 110th Avenue, and following one Merritt Boulevard, 109th Avenue. Bus stops has been removed. The rest of the streets. Let me see. Merritt Boulevard, and 110th Avenue. Merritt Boulevard, 109th Avenue. Removed for rush service. One American 108th Avenue bus stop is still standing. American 107th Avenue, following Merritt Boulevard and 105th Avenue bus stops have been taken down for rush service. Merritt Boulevard. Hold on. Yeah, Merritt Boulevard and Liberty Avenue bus stop still standing. Q5, Q42, and Q83. Merritt Boulevard. Yeah, Merritt Boulevard and Liberty Avenue bus stops has been removed due to rush service. 168th Street, Douglas Avenue, removed for non-stop rush service. The two other streets, Archer Avenue, 165th Street, following Archer Avenue, 160th Street, kept and added to the existing bus stop. Yes, so Q4, Q51, QM63, Q5, Q42, Q6, Q8, Q17, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q83, Q111, excuse me, Q110, Q112, and Q115. Connections also to E, J, and Z trains, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q56, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q86, Q87, and Q110. Next one is the newly added Q86. Oh Lord. Um the new Q86 will combine the existing Q85 and Q the Q5 and Q85 Rosedale branches, creating new connections between Rosedale and Lawton and bringing service further south. The route will have limited stop rush service along Merritt Boulevard between Archer Avenue and Springfield Boulevard, where the Q5 will serve local stops. Minor stop changes in response to public feedback, revised routing approaching Jamaica, revised routing in Rosedale from Huxley Street to Brookville Boulevard in response to public feedback. Oh gosh. 1,213 average stop spacing is the proposed plan, of course. Oh my gosh. This is not good, man. This is not good. All right, so let me see. Jamaica Center Bay A, Archer Avenue, 165th Street has and following Merritt Boulevard, 169th Place, Merritt Boulevard and 111th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard and Linden Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Foch Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Baisley Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard and 130th Road, Merritt Boulevard and Springfield Boulevard, um, American 218th Street are the bus stops that's been added to the existing bus stop currently. Um, American Merritt Boulevard and 221st Street is the new stop location, and American 224th Street following Merritt Boulevard and 228th Street, Merritt Boulevard and 233rd Street bus stops has been added to the existing bus stop. Brookville Boulevard and 135th Avenue following Brookville Boulevard, 137th Avenue bus stops has been added to the new is the new stop location. Brookville Boulevard and Francis Lewis Boulevard new stop location, of course. 243rd Street, South Conduit Avenue, um, 243rd Street, Memphis Avenue, 243rd Street, Weller Avenue, 243rd Street, 145th Avenue, 243rd Street, Huxley Street, Brookville Boulevard, and 147th Road, and 149th Avenue, 242nd Street, and 253rd Street, 149th Avenue. All right, so connections to the EJZ Q4 Q5, excuse me, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q30, Q31, 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 Q42, Q44, SBS, Q65, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q89, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. Um, and Q4, hang on, Q4, Q51, Q5, Q84, Q3, QM65, Q77, Q77, QM63, and QM65, QM63, and QM65. Q5, LARR, Q5, Q89, Q111, and QM63. Now we talk about westbound to Jamaica, um, which is all right. So 253rd Street, 149th Avenue, 149th Avenue, and 241st Street. New stop location. Brookville Boulevard, 148th Avenue. New stop location. 243rd Street, 243rd Street, and 147th Avenue. 243rd Street and 144th Avenue. 243rd Street, Memphis Avenue. Um, Francis Lewis Boulevard and Sunrise Highway, Francis Lewis Boulevard and Brookville Boulevard, Brookville Boulevard and 137th Avenue, Brookville Boulevard and 135th Avenue, to Merritt Boulevard and 233rd Street, Merritt Boulevard and 231st Street, Merritt Boulevard and 228th Street, Merritt Boulevard, 224th Street, Merritt Boulevard and 224th Street, Merritt Boulevard and 220th Street, Merritt Boulevard, Springfield Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Farmers Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Baisley Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Foch Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Linden Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, 111th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard, and 108th Avenue, Archer Avenue, 165th Street, Archer Avenue, Parsons Boulevard. So, all right, LARR, Q89, Q85, Q63, QM65, Q77, QM63, QM65, Q3, QM65, Q4, Q51, QM63, Q6, Q8, Q17, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q83, Q110, Q112, Q115, E, J, and Z train, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q89, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115 buses. All right, give me a minute here. Sorry about that. All right. All right. Let's continue with the Q87. Yes. So here's what's happening. The new Q87 will replace the existing Q5 Green Acres branch. The route will have limited stop rush service along with Merritt Boulevard between Archer Avenue and Springfield Boulevard, where the Q5 will serve local stops. Shit. And the average stop spacing is 1,304 feet. All right, so here's the get down. So eastbound to Green Acres, Jamaica Center, Bay A, Archer Avenue, following Merritt Boulevard, 169th Place, Merritt Boulevard, 111th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard and Linden Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard and Foch Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard and Baisley Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard and 130th Road, Merritt Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard to 18th Street, Merritt Boulevard 221st Street. I don't know why they switched the from 220th by the car wash to 221st, which makes no sense. Merritt Boulevard and 224th Street, Merritt Boulevard and 228th Street, Merritt Boulevard and 233rd Street, Merritt Boulevard and 243rd Street, Merritt Boulevard, Hook Creek Boulevard, 133rd Drive, Hook Creek Boulevard, 136th Avenue, South Conduit Avenue, Hook Creek Boulevard, Green Acres Road, Sydney Place, Green Acres Road, Mayfield Lane, Green Acres Road, Green Acres Mall. All right, so all right, I believe the rest has been added. So let's see. You have Green westbound to Jamaica, Green Acres Road and Green Acres Mall, following Green Acres Road, Sunrise Highway, Hook Creek Boulevard, North Conduit Avenue, Hook Creek Boulevard, 136th Avenue, Hook Creek Boulevard, 134th Road, Merritt Boulevard and Hook Creek Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, 242nd Street, Merritt Boulevard, 233rd Street, Merritt Boulevard, 231st Street, um, Merritt Boulevard and 228th Street, Merritt Boulevard, 224th Street, Merritt Boulevard, 220th Street, Merritt Boulevard, Springfield Boulevard, following Merritt Boulevard and Farmers Boulevard, Merrick and Baisley Boulevards, Merrick and Foch Boulevards, Merrick and Linden Boulevards, Merritt Boulevard and 111th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard on 108th Avenue, Archer Avenue, 165th Street, Archer Avenue, Parsons Boulevard. These stops have been added to the current bus stops. All right, just to give you a little breakdown. Okay, so you have connections to the E, J, and Z trains: Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q30, Q31, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q65, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q89, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, Q115, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q83, and Q110. Q4, Q51, new bus route, riding along Linden Boulevard to South Ozone Park instead of Gateway Plaza in Brooklyn. Q5, Q84, Q3, QM65, Q77, QM63, QM65, Q89, QM63, Q QM63, QM65 buses, Q77, QM63, QM65, Q3, QM65, Q4, and Q51, QM63 buses, following Q6, Q8, Q17, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44 SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q83, QM110, Q110, Q112, and Q115. course, connections to the E, J, and Z trains Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q89, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. All right, on to the Q88. That's still going to remain its existing routing except for minor western turnaround change in Elmhurst, Queens, where the route will now use Junction Boulevard instead of 94th Street to improve operations. The new Q74 will also provide new connections from Fresh Meadows to Jewel Avenue and Forest Hills. Previous stop spacing was 777 feet. Now it's 1,253 feet. Okay, so eastbound to Queens Village, 92nd Street, 59th Avenue, following Junction Boulevard, 59th Avenue. Bus stops are still standing. Connections to the M and R trains, Q11, Q14, Q29, Q52, Q53 SBS buses, Q59, Q60, Q98, QM10, QM11, QM40, QM63. And of course, Q14, Q59, QM10, and QM40. All right, so bus stops that are removed are Horace Harding Expressway Junction Boulevard, Horace Harding Expressway 98th Street, Horace Harding 102nd Street, and Horace Harding Expressway Yellowstone Boulevard, Horace Harding Expressway College Point Boulevard, Horace Harding Expressway 134th Street, Horace Harding 146th Street, Horace Harding 150th Street, Horace Harding Reeves Avenue, Horace Harding 156th Street, Horace Harding 160th and 162nd Streets, Horace Harding 168th, 166th 166th Street, following Horace Harding 170th Street, and of course, Horace Harding Expressway 64th Avenue, following Horace Harding 183rd Street and 186th Streets. Okay, the ones that are still standing are Horace Harding Expressway 108th Street, Horace Harding 136th Street, Horace Harding Expressway Main Street, Horace Harding Expressway 148th Street, Horace Harding 153rd Street, Horace Harding Casino Boulevard, Horace Harding Parsons Boulevard, Horace Harding 164th Street, Horace Harding 168th Street, Horace Harding 172nd Street, Horace Harding Utopia Parkway, Horace Harding, Horace Harding 188th Street. I do apologize for the car. Sorry about that. And 188th 4th Avenue, 188th Street, 186th Lane, number 1. Those stops are still standing. Connections to the Q30, Q74, Q75, QM1, QM31. Let me see if there's any connections. Let's see if there's any connections. Okay, so Q38, Q59, Q72, Q38, QM10, QM40, Q23, Q38, Q58, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, Q20, Q44 SBS, Q17, Q25, Q65, Q25, Q74, QM4, and QM44. Following Q30, Q31, Q75, Q30, Q45, Q74, Q75, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM31, Q30, Q74, Q75, QM1, QM31. All right, so 188th Street Lane number 2 bus stop has been taken off. Once 73rd Avenue and 189th Street bus stop has been kept for connections of the Q17, Q45, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM8, QM31, and QM35. 73rd Avenue and 192nd Street following 194th Street bus stops has been taken off. Following 73rd Avenue, 197th Street, 73rd Avenue, 199th Street bus stops has been taken off. Following 73rd Avenue, 213th Street, Springfield Boulevard, 76th Avenue, and Springfield Boulevard, Kingsbury Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 223rd Street, following Springfield Boulevard, Sawyer Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 91st Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 94th Avenue, and 94th Drive, and Amboy Lane, Jamaica Avenue bus stops have been taken off. All right, so we have 73rd Avenue, 196th Street bus stop still standing. 73rd Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, following 73rd Avenue, Hollis Hills Terrace, 73rd Avenue, 210th Street, 73rd Avenue, Bell Boulevard, 73rd Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 75th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 77th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, Union Turnpike, Springfield Boulevard, Hillside Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 89th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 90th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 92nd Avenue, and along with Springfield Boulevard, 93rd, 93rd Avenue, Um, and of course, Springfield Boulevard and Jamaica Avenue is still standing. So QM5, QM8, QM35, Q76, um, Q76, QM5, QM8, QM35, Q27, QM5, QM8, QM35, Q46, Q48, QM6, QM36, Q1, Q36, Q43, QM68, LARR, Q36, and Q110, LARR, Q27, Q36, and Q110. All right, now westbound to Elmhurst, Queens, Amboy Lane, Springfield Boulevard has been added to the existing bus stop for connection to the LARR, Q27, and Q36, and Q110. Three bus stops removed are Springfield Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 94th Drive, 94th Avenue as well. 90 Springfield Boulevard, 93rd Avenue, following Springfield Boulevard, 92nd Avenue. Um, Bus stops are still standing. Springfield Boulevard, 91st Avenue bus stop has been taken off. Um, Yeah, so Springfield Boulevard, 90th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 89th Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, Hillside Avenue bus stops are still standing for connections to Q1, Q36, Q43, and QM68. Springfield Boulevard, Sawyer Avenue, along with Springfield Boulevard, 223rd Street, bus stops have been taken off. Springfield Boulevard and Union Turnpike bus stops still standing for Q46, Q48, QM6, QM6, QM36. Let's see. Springfield Boulevard and Kingsbury Avenue bus stop has been taken off. Springfield Boulevard and 76th Avenue following 73rd Avenue, Springfield Boulevard bus stops are still standing for connections to the Q27, QM5, QM8, and QM35. 73rd Avenue and 218th Street bus stop has been taken down. 73rd Avenue, Bell Boulevard bus stop still standing. 73rd Avenue, 213th Street bus stop has been taken down. The following bus stops that are still standing are 73rd Avenue to 10th Street, Clearview Expressway, 73rd Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, 73rd Avenue, 198th Street, 73rd Avenue, 191st Street. Connections to the Q76, QM5, QM8, and Q35, Q76, Q88, QM5, QM8, and QM35. 73rd Avenue, 193rd Street bus stop taken down. 73rd Avenue, 190th Street, following 188th Street, 69th Avenue, 188th Street, 64th Avenue, 188th Street, Horace Harding Expressway, Horace Harding Expressway, 188th Street. Bus stops are still standing. Q70, Q17, Q45, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM8, QM31, QM35. Q30, Q45, Q74, Q75, QM1, QM5, QM71, and QM31. QM1 and QM31. All right, Horace Harding Expressway and Horace Harding Expressway, 183rd Street. Bus stops have been taken off. Horace Harding Expressway, 175th Place, following Horace Harding Expressway, Fresh Meadow Lane, are still standing. For connections to the Q30, Q31, and Q75 buses, bus stop removed by Horace Harding and 170th Street. Bus stops still standing are Horace Harding Expressway, 168th Street, and Horace Harding Expressway, 164th Street. Connections to the Q65, Q74, QM4, and QM44. Okay, bus stops that are removed are Horace Harding Expressway, 170th Street, Horace Harding, 162nd Street, Horace Harding Expressway, Parsons Boulevard, Horace Harding Expressway, 150th Street. Bus stops are removed. Horace Harding, 168th Street, following Horace Harding Expressway, 164th Street. Horace Harding Expressway, 160th Street. Horace Harding Expressway, 156th Street. Horace Harding Expressway, 148th Street. Bus stop is still standing. Bus stop removed by Horace Harding Expressway, 146th Street. Bus stops still standing are Horace Harding Expressway, Main Street, Horace Harding Expressway, 136th Street. Bus stops removed by Horace Harding Expressway, Lawrence Street, Horace Harding Expressway, Waldron Street. Following Horace Harding Expressway, West Side Avenue, 7th Place, 57th Avenue, Junction Boulevard. Hold on. 94th Street and 58th Avenue bus stop has been taken off. Okay, so the ones that are kept are Horace Harding Expressway, 108th Street, Horace Harding Expressway, Oldest Avenue, Horace Harding Expressway, 99th Street, Horace Harding Expressway, Junction Boulevard, 57th Avenue, Junction Boulevard has been added to the existing bus stop. And 92nd Street, 59th Avenue bus stop is still standing. All right, so we have connections to Q23, Q58, QM10, QM11, QM40, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, Q98, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, and QM42. Q59, Q72, QM11, QM12, QM42, Q72, sub connections to the M and R trains, Q11, Q14, Q29, Q52, SBS, Q53, SBS, Q59, Q60, Q98, QM10, QM11, QM40, QM63. Now we go to the Q89 bus. The new Q89 will replace the existing Q85 Green Acres branch. The route will have limited stop rush service along Merritt Boulevard, where the Q5 will serve local stops. Damn. Average stop spacing is 1,384 feet. So all the bus stops that's been added to the existing bus stops are Jamaica Center, Bay B, Archer Avenue, 165th Street, Merritt Boulevard, 169th Place, Merritt Boulevard, 111th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard, Linden Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Foch Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Baisley Boulevard, Bedell Street, Baisley Boulevard, Bedell Street, 127th Avenue, Bedell Street, 130th Avenue, Bedell Street, 133rd Avenue, Bedell Street, 134th Road, Bedell Street, Farmers Boulevard, 140th Avenue, 180th Street, 140th Avenue, Thurston Street, Springfield Boulevard, 141st Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, 143rd Street, 143rd Street, South Conduit Avenue, 221st Street, South Conduit Avenue, 225th Street, South Conduit Avenue, 231st Street, South Conduit Avenue, Brookville Boulevard, South Conduit Avenue, Francis Lewis Boulevard, South Conduit Avenue, Hook Creek Boulevard, Green Acres Road, Sydney Place, Green Acres Road, Mayfield Lane, Green Acres Road, Green Acres Mall. So there you go. All right, Green Acres Road, Green Acres Mall, Green Acres Road, Sunrise Highway, Hook Creek Boulevard, Sunrise Highway, Francis Lewis Boulevard, North Conduit Avenue, 230th Place. That's westbound to Jamaica. North Conduit Avenue, 225th Street. Springfield Boulevard, 144th Avenue. Springfield Boulevard, 143rd Avenue. Springfield Boulevard, 141st Avenue. 140th Avenue, Southgate Street. 140th Avenue, Farmers Boulevard, Bedell Street, Farmers Boulevard, Bedell Street, 134th Road, Bedell Street, 133rd Avenue, following Bedell Street, 130th Avenue, Bedell Street, 127th Avenue, Bedell Street, Baisley Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Baisley Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Foch Boulevard, Merritt Boulevard, Linden Boulevard, um, Merritt Boulevard and 111th Avenue, Merritt Boulevard 108th Avenue, Archer Avenue, 165th Street, Archer Avenue, 160th Street. Okay, so, all right, Q87, QM63, LARR, Q5, Q86, LARR, which is the Long Island Railroad, Q3, LARR, Q3, QM21, QM65, QM21, Q4, Q51, QM63, Q6, Q8, Q17, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q83, Q110, Q112, and Q115. Connections also to the E, J, and Z trains: Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q56, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q86, Q87, and Q110. So there you go. There you go, right there. Q90 will replace existing Q48 service between Flushing and LaGuardia Airport with a faster, more direct service through Willets Point to avoid congestion in Corona, Queens. Q48 service on 108th Street will be replaced by the Q23. Stops on Seaver Way are subject to change due to new development. New route proposal, yeah, that's been withdrawn. Okay, so average stop spacing currently now is 2,656. All right, so you have You have some bus stops that's been added to the existing current bus stop following the new location. LaGuardia Airport Terminal B, Ditmars Boulevard, 102nd Street, Ditmars Boulevard, 27th Avenue, Ditmars Boulevard, 31st Drive, Seaver Way, 35th Avenue, Seaver Way, Roosevelt Avenue, um, also Roosevelt Avenue, College Point Boulevard, and Roosevelt Avenue, Main Street are added to the existing bus stop. So the Q70, SBS, Q19, Q23, 7 train, LARR, Q12, Q17, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q44, Q50, Q61, Q65, and Q90. Yeah. And the rest is the same. Q98, Flushing, Regal Park, and Ridgewood. The new Q98 will provide a more direct alternative to the Q58, connecting Flushing to Ridgewood via Horace Harding Expressway and Queens Boulevard. And the average stop spacing is 2,494. So let's get to it right here. So Palmetto Street and Wyckoff Avenue, following Madison Street and Cypress Avenue. Um, Fairview Avenue, Putnam Avenue, Fresh Pound Road, Putnam Avenue, Fresh Pound Road, Bleecker Street, Fresh Pound Road, Flushing Avenue, Grand Avenue, 66th Street, Grand Avenue, 69th Place, Grand Avenue, 74th Street, Grand Avenue, 84th Street, Grand Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Woodhaven Boulevard, Horace Harding Expressway, 99th Street, Horace Harding Expressway, 108th Street, College Point Boulevard, 58th Road, College Point Boulevard, Maple Avenue, 41st Road, and Main Street. So, connections to the L and M trains: B13, B52, B54, Q55, M train, B38, Q55, B13, B20, Q14, Q39, B13, B20, Q38, Q54, Q67, B57, Q39, and Q59, Q18, Q67, and Q47, M and R trains, Q53, SBS, Q60, M and R trains, Q11, Q14, Q29, Q52, SBS, Q53, SBS, Q88, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, QM10, Q38, QM40, Q23, Q38, Q58, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, Q58, LARR, Q17, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q44 SBS, and Q65. And the same goes for westbound to Ridgewood. Actually, hang on. Sanford Avenue, Main Street, College Point Boulevard, Sanford Avenue, College Point Boulevard, 58th Avenue, Horace Harding Expressway, 108th Street, Horace Harding Expressway, Otis Avenue, Queens Boulevard, 59th Avenue, Grand Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Grand Avenue, Calumet Avenue, Grand Avenue, 74th Street, Grand Avenue, 69th Place, Grand Avenue, Hamilton Place, Fresh Pond Road, Flushing Avenue, Fresh Pond Road, Metropolitan Avenue. Um, Putnam Avenue, Fresh Pond Road, Putnam Avenue, Forest Avenue, Putnam Avenue, Myrtle Avenue, and Palmetto Street, Wyckoff Avenue. All right, so connections to Q17, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27. Yes, Q27, Q44 SBS, Q65, Q23, Q58, QM10, QM11, QM40, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, and QM42. The M and R trains Q11, Q14, Q29, Q52, and Q53 SBS, Q88, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, QM63. Um, Connections to the M and R trains Q53 SBS and Q60, Q18, Q67, B57, Q39, Q59, Q58, excuse me, Q38, Q54, Q67. Um, Also connections to the M train QM24, QM25, QM34, M train Q14, Q39, B12, excuse me, not B12, B26, and Q55. Connections to the L and M train B13, B26, B54, and Q55. So there you go. Now you have the Q100, Rikers Island to Long Island City. The Q100 will remain its existing routing between Rikers Island and Long Island City. So there's no changes. There's no changes. So there you go. There's no changes. You still have connections to the E, M, R, Q32, Q39, Q60, Q63, Q66, Q69, Q101, Q102, F train for B62, Q18, Q19, Q101. And the same goes for southbound to Long Island City. The same. Steinway Street for the Q101. The Q101 will continue to serve Steinway Street but will be rerouted on both ends. At its northern end, the route will be shortened to 37th Street. The Q100 will provide alternative service to riders along the existing 20th Avenue segment. At its southern end, the Q101 will be rerouted from Manhattan to Hunters Point Avenue via Jackson Avenue to avoid congestion on the Queensboro Bridge and improve reliability. Service to Manhattan will still be provided via a transfer to the subway Q32 or Q60. Previous stop spacing has been 845 feet. Now it's 1,075 feet. All right, so we have a combination of new stop locations, added existing current bus stops, and bus stop removals due to new routing and speed reliability. All right, so Borden Avenue, Center Boulevard, Borden Avenue, 5th Street, Jackson Avenue, 50th Avenue, Jackson Avenue, 11th Street, Jackson Avenue, 47th Street, um, no, 47th Road, excuse me, Jackson Avenue, Davis Street, Jackson Avenue, 44th Drive, Jackson Avenue, Orchard Street, Queensboro Bridge exit, East 61st Street, 2nd Avenue, East 61st Street, Queens Boulevard South, 27th Street, Northern Boulevard, 41st Avenue, Northern Boulevard, Honeywell Street, um, and bus stop removal by Northern Boulevard and 34th Street. Northern Boulevard is Standard Lane, Steinway Street, Northern Boulevard, Steinway Street, 35th Avenue, and Steinway Street, 34th Avenue, Steinway Street, Broadway, Steinway Street, 31st Avenue, Steinway Street, 30th Avenue, Steinway Street, 28th Avenue, Steinway Street, 25th Avenue, Steinway Street, Astoria Boulevard North, Steinway Street, 23rd Avenue, Steinway Street, Ditmars Boulevard, Steinway Street, 21st Avenue, Steinway Street, 20th Avenue, 20th Avenue, 37th Street, 20th Avenue, 42nd Street, 20th Avenue, 45th Street, 20th Avenue, 47th Street, 49th Avenue, 20th Avenue, 19th Avenue, 49th Street. All right, so connections to the LARR 7 train, B32Q103, 7 and G trains, B32Q67 Q101, B32 7 and G trains, Q63 Q102, um, G train Q39 Q63 Q67 and Q102. E, M, and R trains Q32, Q39, Q60, Q66, Q60, Q69, Q100. E, M, and R trains Q32, Q60, M, R, N, and W trains Q102, Q102, M and R trains Q66, M and R trains Q104, Q18, M60, SBS, Q19, Q69, and Q100. I believe the same goes for southbound and Hunters Point Avenue. All right. Now, Q102, 36th Avenue, Roosevelt Island. The Q102 will now connect Long Island City and Roosevelt Island with a new, more direct routing. In Queens, the route will start at Court Square, traveling to Roosevelt Island via Jackson Avenue, 31st Street, and 36th Avenue. On Roosevelt Island, the route will be shortened to terminate at the Roosevelt Island Tramway. The North and West the N and W trains will provide service along 31st Street, and the Q18 will stay. The Q18 will still serve 30th Avenue. Service through Queensbridge will still be provided by the Q103. And Q102 restored with new routing due to public feedback. Yeah. Previous stop spacing 870, now 1,228 feet. All right, so let's see. All right, northbound to Roosevelt Island. So we have 44th Drive, Jackson Avenue. Hang on, didn't I do this one? Hold on, didn't I do this one? No, that was 101. My apologies. Yeah. 44th Drive, Jackson Avenue, Orchard Street, Northern Boulevard, 41st Avenue, 31st Street, 39th Avenue, 31st Street, 38th Avenue, 31st Street, 37th Avenue, 31st Street, 36th Street, 36th Avenue, um, 31st Street, 35th Avenue, 31st Street, 34th Avenue, 31st Street, Broadway, 31st Street, 31st Avenue, 31st Street, 30th Drive, 30th Avenue, 31st Street, 30th Avenue, 29th Street, um, 30th Avenue, Crescent Street, 30th Avenue, 21st Street, 30th Avenue, 14th Street, 30th Avenue, 12th Street, 8th Street, Astoria Boulevard, 8th Street, 27th Avenue, 27th Avenue, 4th Street, 27th Avenue, 2nd Street, 36th Avenue, Crescent Street, 36th Avenue, 21st Street, 36th Avenue, 11th Street, 36th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 41st Avenue, Queens Plaza North, 29th Street, Queens Plaza North, 24th Street, um, 21st Street, Queens Plaza North, 21st Street, 41st Avenue, 40th Avenue, and Vernon Boulevard, 38th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 37th Avenue, Main Street, Post Office, Main Street, 40 River Road. And Main Street, the Octagon, West Road Hospital, Main Street, the Octagon, Main Street, 40 River Road. Main Street River Road, Main Street Chapel, Main Street Subway, Main Street Tram, E E Main Street, East Main Street Tram, E East Loop Road, North Loop Road, and South Loop Road and West Loop Road. Okay, so these are the bus stops that's been that's been added to the existing bus stop, removed due to new routing, new stop location, and of course kept. The same goes for southbound to Long Island City. I don't need to I don't need to go over that, but I will go over the subway trains too. All right, so we have the F train, Q103, Q66, Q69, B62, Q66, Q69, Q66, and W trains, Q66. N and W trains, Q101, E, M, and R trains, Q32, Q39, Q60, Q66, Q69, Q100, um, Q39, Q63, Q67, Q100. Connections to the 7, E, M, and G trains, and B62, Q39, Q63, Q67, Q101, and Q103. All right, Q30. All right, so Q103 Vernon Boulevard serves between Astoria, and Hunters Point Avenue. All right, the Q103 will be rerouted south of Queensbridge to better connect with the Court Square subway station. The route will also be extended west to the waterfront to provide better transit access to Hunters Point riders. All right, these are going to be the new stop locations, followed by bus removals, and of course, the bus stops that are still standing and added to the current bus stop. All right, starting with Borden Avenue, Center Boulevard, Borden Avenue, Fifth Street, Vernon Boulevard, Borden Avenue, um, Vernon Boulevard, 50th Avenue, Southeast Corner, Vernon Boulevard, 50th Avenue, Northeast Corner, Vernon Boulevard, 49th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 47th Road, Vernon Boulevard, 46th Road, and Vernon Boulevard, 46th Avenue. Vernon Boulevard, 44th Drive, Southeast Corner, Vernon Boulevard, 44th Drive, Northeast Corner, um, and the ones that are removed due to speed and reliability is Vernon Boulevard and Borden Avenue, and Vernon Boulevard and 50th Avenue Southeast Corner. All right, and Vernon Boulevard 46th Road is the new stop location. Vernon Boulevard and 46th Avenue bus stop taken down. Vernon Boulevard and 44th Drive Southeast Corner, new stop location. Vernon Boulevard, 44th Drive Northeast Corner, removed due to new routing. Vernon Boulevard and 44th Avenue, followed by Vernon Boulevard and 43rd Road, 41st Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 41st Avenue, 10th Street, 41st Avenue, 12th Street, 21st Street, 44th Drive, 21st Street, Queens Boulevard South, um, 21st Street, 41st Avenue, 40th Avenue, 12th Street, 40th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, Vernon Boulevard, 38th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 37th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 36th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 35th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 34th Avenue, Vernon Boulevard, 33rd Road, Vernon Boulevard, 10th Street, Vernon Boulevard and 31st Avenue, Vernon Boulevard and 30th Road, 8th Street, Astoria Boulevard, 8th Street, 27th Avenue, 27th Avenue, 4th Street, 27th Avenue, 3rd Street, 27th Avenue, 2nd Street, 1st Avenue, 26th Avenue. No, 1st Street and 26th Avenue. 27th Avenue. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Um all right, so these are the mixture of the these are the mixtures of the mixture of the bus stops that are removed due to new routing and speed and reliability, new stop locations, and added to the existing bus stops. And the same goes for south southbound to Hunters Point. I will go over the routes that you need to know to connect to are LARR 7 train, B32 Q101, B32 7E and M trains, B32 Q101, Q66 Q69, F train, B62, B60 B62, Q66, Q69, and Q100, Q102, Q104, and Q19 following B62, Q104, Q102, Q102, F train, B62, Q66, Q69, Q100, F train, Q66, Q69, 7E and M trains, B32, B62, 7 train, B32, Q101, and LIRR. All right, so Q104 Broadway service between Sunnyside and Astoria. Q104 will maintain its existing routing between Sunnyside and Astoria. There is some bus stop removals I will go over. So 11th Street, 34th Ave. Excuse me. Yeah, there's some bus stop removals and the bus stops that are kept. So I'll go over it right here with you folks right here that lives in certain in parts of Queens. 11th Street, 34th Avenue, Broadway and 11th Street, Broadway 14th Street, Broadway 21st Street, Broadway 23rd Street bus stop taken off. Broadway Crescent Street, um, kept. Broadway 29th Street taken off. Broadway 31st Street kept. Broadway 33rd Street taken off. Broadway 35th Street following. Yeah, yeah, that bus stop is still standing. So Broadway 37th Street bus stop taken off. Bus stop still standing is Broadway Steinway Street. Bus stop taken off is by Broadway and 42nd Street. Bus stop still standing, Broadway and 44th Street. Bus stop removed is by Broadway and 46th Street. Broadway and 48th Street following 49th Street, Northern Boulevard, 48th Street, Northern Boulevard, 48th Street, 39th Avenue, 48th Street, Skillman Avenue, 48th Street, and Queens Boulevard. All the bus stops are still standing. Of course, you have the Q103, B62, Q69, Q100, N and W trains, Q101, M and R trains, Q63, and Q66 following the 7 train, B24, and Q32 buses. And and the same goes for the bus stop removals going westbound to Sunnyside. I don't need to go over I don't need to go over this. Hold on a second, folks. My apo- my apologies. My apologies about that. Mic check. All right. I think the all right. The bathroom break could wait actually. So let me continue. Let me continue where I left off here. So of course, there's some bus stop removals and bus stops that are still standing, going westbound to Sunnyside. Um, yeah, 48th Street, Queens Boulevard, 48th Street, 43rd Avenue. Um, um, and let me see. There's 48th Street, Barnett Avenue. Um, there's also there's also let me see, let me see. Yeah, Broadway 46th Street, Broadway 42nd Street, Broadway 37th Street, and Broadway 33rd Street bus stops have been removed. Let's see. So the bus stops that are still standing are 47th Street, Queens Boulevard, 48th Street, Skillman Avenue, 48th Street, 39th Avenue, 48th Street, Northern Boulevard, following Broadway and 48th Street, Broadway and 44th Street, Broadway and Steinway Street, Broadway and 35th Street, Broadway and 31st Street, and of course Broadway and Crescent Street, Broadway 29th Street bus stop has been removed following Vernon Boulevard and 33rd Road and 34th Avenue and Vernon Boulevard bus stops have been taken off. You have Broadway 21st Street, Broadway 14th Street, Vernon Boulevard and Broadway, and of course 34th Avenue and 9th Street bus stops removed. All right, so um, we go to the Q110 bus. Q110 will be re- Q110 will be rerouted and extended along Jamaica Avenue, Jericho Turnpike to the existing Q36 terminal in Queens. Q110 service along Hempstead Avenue will be discontinued and replaced by the new Q82. And previous stop spacing has been 752 feet. Proposed 1,392 feet. All right, so there's a combination of some bus stops that's been removed for speed and reliability, new bus routing, and added to the current existing bus stop. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, so 88th Avenue, Parsons Boulevard, along with Jamaica Avenue, 160th Street, Jamaica Avenue, God R. Brewer Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, 165th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 168th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 170th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 172nd Street, Jamaica Avenue, 171st Street, Jamaica Avenue, 178th Street. Okay, so the Jamaica Avenue, 170th Street bus stop has been taken off following Jamaica Avenue, 171st Street, and Jamaica Avenue, 179th Place, Jamaica Avenue, 181st Street, Jamaica Avenue, 184th Place, Jamaica Avenue, 186th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 195th Place, and and Jamaica Avenue, Woodhull Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, 202nd Street, following 204th Street, Jamaica Avenue, Jamaica Avenue 208, following 210th Street by Jamaica Avenue. Same goes for 212th Street, and Jamaica Avenue bus stop has been taken down. All right, so let's go on to let's go on to hold on one second. All right, let me continue. Okay, so we have Jamaica Avenue 172nd Street, following one following Jamaica Avenue 178th Street, Jamaica Avenue 183rd Street, Jamaica Avenue, excuse me, 179th Place and Hillside Avenue has been removed due to bus routing, new bus routing. Jamaica Avenue and 188th Street, Jamaica Avenue 193rd Street, following Jamaica Avenue Carpenter Street, Jamaica Avenue and Francis Lewis Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue and 211th Street, Jamaica Avenue and 215th Street, and Jamaica Avenue, Hempstead Avenue bus stops has been added to the existing bus stops. Um, Following Jamaica Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, 222nd Street, Jamaica Avenue, 240th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 240th Street, Jericho Turnpike, 246th Street, Jericho Turnpike, Commonwealth Boulevard, Jericho Turnpike, Pennsylvania Boulevard, Jericho Turnpike, Tulip Avenue, have been has been added to the existing bus stop. The other streets that I just mentioned of the bus stops that are still standing, and the others are removed. Now bus stop removed due to new routing are Hempstead Avenue 213th Street, Hempstead Avenue 99th Avenue, and Hempstead Avenue to 17th Lane. Hempstead Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, following Hempstead Avenue 220th Street, Hempstead Avenue 223rd Street, Hempstead Avenue 225th Street, and of course Belmont Park Racetrack UBS Arena. All right. So the bus that's going to Belmont Park Racetrack UBS Arena will be the Q82 running by Hempstead Avenue. Just to let y'all folks know out there. And let me see, let me see. So, westbound to Jamaica. That was eastbound. Hold on, that was eastbound to Floral Park. Um, Now westbound to Jamaica. Um, the previous streets that I just mentioned have been removed due to new bus routing. I just mentioned that, and of course, 257th Street, 257th Street, 250, excuse me, 217th Lane Street, Jericho Turnpike, Little Neck Parkway, Jericho Turnpike, 250th Street, Jericho Turnpike, Commonwealth Boulevard, Jericho Turnpike, Braddock Avenue, um, Jericho Turn, excuse me, Jamaica Avenue, 239th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 224th Street, Jamaica Avenue, Springfield Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, 215th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 212th Place, Jamaica Avenue, Howes Court Boulevard. Um, Two stops removed by Jamaica Avenue, 210th Street, and Jamaica Avenue, 208th Street. Jamaica Avenue and Francis Lewis Boulevard still standing. Jamaica Avenue and 204th Street, following Jamaica Avenue 201st Street, bus stop has been removed. Following Jamaica Avenue and 197th Street, bus stop removed. Um, Jamaica Avenue and 198th Street, bus stop still standing. All the streets that I just mentioned are mixtures of removed due to new routing and added to the existing current bus stop. All right. Um, and of course, the rest, of course, Jamaica Avenue, 195th Place, removed to improve speed and reliability. Um, Jamaica Avenue, 193rd Street, bus stop still standing. Jamaica Avenue, 191st Street. Jamaica Avenue, um, Jamaica Avenue, 191st Street, bus stop taken off. Jamaica Avenue, 188th Street is kept. Jamaica Avenue, 186th Street, following Jamaica Avenue, 184th Place, bus stops are removed. Jamaica Avenue, 183rd Street, bus stop kept. Jamaica Avenue, 181st Street, bus stop removed. 179th Place and Hillside Avenue bus stop has been taken off due to new routing. Jamaica Avenue, 179th Street, bus stop is still standing. Jamaica Avenue, 176th Street, bus stop removed. Following Jamaica Avenue, 171st Street, bus stops have been taken off. Following Jamaica Avenue, 164th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 153rd Street, Jamaica Avenue, 153rd Street, 89th Avenue bus stop has been taken off. So you have Jamaica Avenue, 179th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 173rd Street, Jamaica Avenue and 168th Place, Jamaica Avenue, 165th Street, added to the existing bus stop. Jamaica Avenue, 161st Street, Jamaica Avenue, Parsons Boulevard, and 88th Avenue, Parsons Boulevard. Okay, kept. All right, here we go. All right, connections to the F train: Q1, Q25, Q43, Q65, Q83, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. E, J, and Z trains: Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q25, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q54, Q56, Q65, um, Q65, Q75, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q111, Q113, Q114, and Q115. Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q20. Yeah, Q20. Q30, Q31, Q41, Q75, Q112, and Q115, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q17, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44 SBS, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q2, Q3, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q17, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q36, Q44, Q44 SBS, Q54, Q56, Q75, Q76, Q77, and Q82. Q54, Q56, Q2, Q3, Q77. Q82, LARR, Q27, Q36, Q88, Q1, and Q36. So there you go. All right, so Jamaica and Rosedale Q111. The Q111 will maintain its existing routing between Jamaica and Rosedale. The Q111 will have limited stop rush service on Guy R. Brewer Boulevard. The new Q115 will make local stops along Guy R. Brewer Boulevard. Current 111 short trips between Jamaica and Farmers Boulevard will be served by the Q115. Between the Q111, Q113, Q114, and Q115, the Guy R. Brewer Boulevard corridor will have more service compared to today. Existing Peninsula Boulevard trips will be maintained. So there's no changes. There's no changes to the Q1. So there's no changes to the Q111. There's no. So there's no change. So there's no changes whatsoever. So there you go. So there you go. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All these shits. It's like okay. So it's a combination for northbound to Jamaica. It's a combination of stops being served only one trip in the AM and one trip in the PM. Following bus stops removed and kept. Following bus stops removed for rush services. And yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so let's see. All right, all right, so you have Peninsula Boulevard, Rockaway Turnpike, Peninsula Boulevard, Arlington Road, Peninsula Boulevard, Cedarhurst Avenue, Peninsula Boulevard, Church Avenue, Peninsula Boulevard, Howard Avenue, Peninsula Boulevard, Long Acre Avenue, Peninsula Boulevard, Woodmere Boulevard, Peninsula Boulevard, Lafayette Drive, Mill Road, Peninsula Boulevard, Brookfield Road, Fraser Place, Rosedale Road, Hungry Harbor Road, Rosedale Road, Longview Avenue, Rose Rosedale Road, Park Lane. Um, Bus stops that are still standing are Francis Lewis Boulevard and 147th Drive, 147th Avenue, and Francis Lewis Boulevard. 147th Avenue and 258th Street bus stop has been taken off. Following bus stops that are still standing are 147th Avenue and 256th Street, 147th Avenue, 253rd Street, two yes, 147th Avenue and 249th Street, 147th Avenue and Huxley Street. Of course, connections to the Q114, QM63, Q85, and Q86. 147th Avenue, Edgewood Avenue bus stop taken off. 147th Avenue and Brookville Boulevard. Um, bus stop still bus stop still standing for the Q86. 147th Avenue, 232nd Street bus stop removed. 147th Avenue, 230th Place um, kept. 147th Avenue, 228th Street bus stop removed. 147th Avenue, 225th Street along with the following 147th Avenue, Springfield Lane, and 147th Avenue, 184th Street bus stops are still standing, of course, for the Q77 connection. All right, you have 147th Avenue, 182nd Street, 147th Avenue, Guy Arbor Boulevard, um, and the rest of the streets have been removed to provide nonstop rush service. Q113, Q114, Q3, and Q115. Yeah, so let's go to all right. So Guy Arbor Boulevard, Sayres Avenue bus stops Cap 4, Q51, and QM63. All righty then. So bus stops that are still kept are um, Guy Arbor and 147th Avenue, Guy Arbor Boulevard, following Guy Arbor Boulevard, Farmers Boulevard, Guy Arbor Boulevard, 137th Avenue, Guy Arbor Boulevard, Baisley Boulevard, Guy Arbor Boulevard, Fox Boulevard, Guy Arbor Boulevard, Sayres Avenue, and those are the all right. So Archer Avenue, 160th Street, and Hillside Avenue, Parsons Boulevard are the bus stops that are still standing, and the rest of the streets that are still standing right now. No, actually, removed due to new bus routing. Farmers Boulevard, 145th Drive. Um, all right. Let's see. Let's see. So the rest of the streets are the same. It's just some of the streets have nonstop rush services. So and the same goes for southbound to Rosedale. So I'm not going to get into all of this. I'm not going to get into all of this actually. So all right. So I'm going to go on to the Q12. So the Q112 will be extended west into East New York along Sutter and Pitkin Avenues via the Q via the existing Q7 routing. So minor stop changes in response to public feedback, revised routing approach to Jamaica. So previous stop spacing is 662 feet, now 1,165 feet. Jeez. All right. All right. All right. So starting with Pitkin Avenue, Euclid Avenue, along with the following: Pitkin Avenue, Autumn Avenue, Pitkin Avenue, Albert Lane, Pitkin Avenue, 78th Street, Pitkin Avenue, 83rd Street, Sutter Avenue, 85th Street, Sutter Avenue, 89th Street, Sutter Avenue, Cross Bay Boulevard, Liberty Avenue, 91st Street are the added are the added bus stops that are currently standing. Bus stop removed is by Rockaway Boulevard and Liberty Avenue. All right, so A and C trains and B13. Q11, Q41, A train, Q7, Q11, Q51, Q52, Q53, SBS buses, and QN15 bus. All right, so Liberty Avenue, 102nd Street, Liberty Avenue, 104th Street, bus stop removed. Um, Liberty Avenue, 106th Street, bus stop kept. Liberty Avenue, 108th Street, following Liberty Avenue, 110th Street, bus stop removed, along with Liberty Avenue, 113th Street, Liberty Avenue, 116th Street, Liberty Avenue, 121st Street, Liberty Avenue, 126th Street, Liberty Avenue, 130th Street, Liberty Avenue, 134th Street, Liberty Avenue and Inwood Street, Liberty Ave. Um, hold on. Wakeham Street, 105th Avenue, following Wakeham Street, Tuskegee Airmen Way, and Tuskegee Airmen Way and 153rd Street, and Tuskegee Airmen Way, 157th Street, following Guy Arbor Boulevard and Tuskegee Airmen Way, 153rd Street and 89th Avenue. Bus stops have been taken down for not only so not only speed and reliability, but for new bus routing. All right, so all right, let me see. Yes, so Liberty Avenue, 102nd Street, following Liberty Avenue, 106th Street, Liberty Avenue, 111th Street, Liberty Avenue, 115th Street is the new stop location, and Liberty Avenue, Lefferts Boulevard, Liberty Avenue, 123rd Street, Liberty Avenue, 128th Street, Liberty Avenue, 132nd Street, Liberty Avenue, Van Wyck Expressway, following Liberty Avenue, Remington Street, Liberty Avenue, and Liverpool Street, Tuskegee Airmen, Suffolk Boulevard, Tuskegee Airmen Way, 155th Street, following Tuskegee Airmen Way, 160th Street, Guy Brewer Boulevard, Liberty Avenue, Guy Brewer Boulevard, Archer Avenue, 160th Street, 153rd Street, Jamaica Avenue, and 88th Avenue, Parsons Boulevard bus stops are still standing. All right, so you have connections to the A train Q41, Q A train Q37, A train Q10, Q80, QM18, QM64, Q9, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q40, Q41, and Q60, and Q6, Q41, and Q60. Yeah, and Q15, Q115, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q42, Q56, Q75, Q83, 84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, and Q110. Um, EJZ trains and of course the bus are included. I just are included. The 89 is included. F train Q1, Q25, Q43, Q65, Q83, Q111, Q113, Q114, and Q115. All this stuff is from MTA.info, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. All right, so got Q113. The Q113 will maintain its existing routing except for a minor change near Jamaica to reduce turns. Let's see. Um. All right. So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. So let's see how this is going right here. Yeah. So the Q113 remains the same, except for some minor changes. So let's go over some bus stops that are standing. Seagirt Boulevard, Crest Road, Seagirt Boulevard, Beach 17th Street, Beach 9th Street, 9th Street, Seagirt Boulevard, Cornega, Cornega Avenue, Rose Street, Cornega Avenue, Mott Avenue, Central Avenue, Virginia Street, Rockaway Turnpike, Raynham Drive, Rockaway Turnpike, Five Town Shopping Center, Rockaway Turnpike, Brookville Boulevard, Guy Arborough Boulevard, 147th Avenue, Guy Arborough Boulevard, Farmers Boulevard, Guy Arborough Boulevard Avenue, Guy Arborough Boulevard, Daisley Boulevard, Guy Arborough Boulevard, Foch Boulevard, Guy Arborough Boulevard, 115th Avenue, Guy Arborough Boulevard, Sayres Avenue, Guy Arborough Boulevard, and 109th Avenue. Archer Avenue, 160th Street, um, 160th Street, and of course Hillside Avenue, Parsons Boulevard. These are the bus stops that are kept. One of the bus stops have been removed by Scarborough Boulevard, 115th Avenue, and of course 153rd Street, 89th Avenue. All right, so all right, so you have Q22, QM17, Q114, Q22, QM17, Q77, Q111, Q3, Q115, Q51, QM63, EJZ train, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q56, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q86, Q87, and Q110. F train, Q24, Q25, Q43, Q65, Q83, Q110, and Q112. All right, so the same goes for hang on a second. Hang on a minute here. So that was northbound to Jamaica, Parsons Boulevard and 88th Avenue, following Archer Avenue, 160th Street, Guy Brewer Boulevard, 109th Avenue, Guy Brewer Boulevard, Linden Boulevard, Guy Brewer Boulevard, Fox Boulevard, Guy Arborough Boulevard, Baisley Boulevard, Guy Arbor Boulevard, 137th Avenue, Guy Arbor Boulevard, Farmers Boulevard, um, Guy Arbor Boulevard, 147th Avenue, Rockaway Boulevard, Brookville Boulevard, Rockaway Turnpike, Mayor Avenue, Rockaway Turnpike, Rayham Drive, Central Avenue, Virginia Street, Mott Avenue, Beach 20th Street, Cornega Avenue, Mott Avenue, Beach 9th Street, Cornega Avenue, Beach 9th Street, Seagirt Boulevard, Beach 17th Street, and Seagirt Boulevard, Beach 20th Street. These are the bus stops that are kept, and I don't think I need to go over the bus routes again. So you guys know the bus routes are. Now, the Q114 is going to maintain its existing routing, except for some minor change near Jamaica to reduce turns. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So wait, is it the same? All right. So oh wow. Seagirt Boulevard, Crest Road, Seagirt Boulevard, Beach 19th Street, Seagirt Boulevard, Beach 17th Street, Seagirt Avenue, Beach 9th Street, Beach 9th Street, Seagirt Boulevard, Beach 9th Street, Jarvis Center, Beach 9th Street, Leonard Avenue, Beach 9th Street, Hicksfield Road, Beach 9th Street, Caffrey Avenue, Cornega Avenue, Rose Street, Cornega Avenue, Nielsen Street, Cornega Avenue, Mott Avenue, Central Avenue, Mott Avenue, Redfern Avenue, Beach Channel Drive, Name Oakey Street, Beach Channel Drive, Hassock Street, Bayview Avenue, Sheridan Boulevard, along with Bayview Avenue, Doherty Boulevard, Mott Avenue, Lawrence Avenue. Um, Lawrence Avenue, and yeah, and the stops that are removed: Beach 9th Street, Secret Boulevard, Beach 9th Street, Leonard Avenue, um, Beach 9th Street, Caffrey Avenue, Cornega Avenue, Nielsen Street, Sheridan Boulevard, Carvel Place, Bayview Avenue, St. George Place, Bayview Avenue, Monroe Street, Mont Avenue, Allen Street, Rockaway Turnpike, Pacific Avenue, and Rockaway Turnpike, Livingston Place, Rockaway Turnpike, Rugby Road, um, bus stop removal for rush service, Guyborough Boulevard, Foch Boulevard, Guyborough um, Boulevard, 115th Avenue, following Guyborough Boulevard, 109th Avenue for rush service. And let's see. All right, bus stops that are still standing are, yeah, I just read. Oh, Rockaway Boulevard, Brookville Boulevard, Guyborough Boulevard, 147th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, Farmers Boulevard, Guyborough Boulevard, 137th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, Baisley Boulevard, um, and Guyborough Boulevard, Foch Boulevard. I just mentioned that. So Archer Avenue, 160th Street, and Hillside Avenue, Parsons Boulevard are kept. Of course, connections to the F train, Q1, Q24, Q25, Q43, Q65, Q83, Q110, Q111, Q12, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q25, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q54, Q56, Q65, Q75, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q115, Q51, QM63, QM21, QM65, QM21, QM65, Q3, Q115, Q77, Q111, Q22, A train, Q113, QM17, Q22, QM17, Q113, Q22, and QM17. All right. I'll be back. Okay, my apologies, folks. I had to run to the bathroom real quick. Um, all right, so where was I? Yes, so this is pertaining to the Q114, right? So yes, so yes, so most of the streets that I just mentioned, especially the ones that are removed, are by the one by, let me see, hang on a second. I already mentioned Parsons Blue. All right, so there you go. Yeah, Q51, QM63. Yeah, QM21, Q60, QM65, QM21, QM65, Q3, Q115, Q77, Q111, Q22, A train, Q113, QM1, QM17, Q22, QM17, Q113, Q22, and QM17. And last but not least, the QM115. The new Q115 will provide all-day frequent service along the Guy Arbor Boulevard corridor between Jamaica and Springfield Gardens. The route will replicate existing 111 Farmers Boulevard short trips. All right, so we have here is Farmers Boulevard streets bus stops that are added to the existing current bus stops includes Farmers Boulevard, 145th Drive, God Brewer Boulevard, Meadow Road, God Brewer Boulevard, 144th Avenue, 140. Excuse me, God Brewer Boulevard, 137th Avenue, God Brewer Boulevard, 132nd Avenue, God Brewer Boulevard, 130th Avenue, God Brewer Boulevard, Baisley Boulevard, God Brewer Boulevard, 120th Avenue, God Brewer Boulevard, and Fox Boulevard. Guyborough Boulevard, 116th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, Sayres Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, and Matias Avenue, and Guyborough Boulevard, Brickenhoff Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, and 109th Avenue, following Guyborough Boulevard, 107th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, and Liberty Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, and Archer Avenue, and 160th Street, 153rd Street, Jamaica Avenue, Hillside Avenue, and Parsons Boulevard are added to the existing bus stop. And yes, so there you go, right there. Now connections to the Q111, Q113, Q114, QM65, Q113, Q114, Q51, QM63, Q111, Q113, Q114, Q113, Q112, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q42, Q56, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, and Q110. The E also connections to the E, J, and Z trains. Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q56, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q86, Q87, Q110. The Mets are down by they're down by three, so that 3-4. They're down by 3 and 4, so they're not too far out. So anyway, so these are the bus routes. These are the these are the these are the added bus stops that's been added to the bus stop for the Q115 bus northbound to Jamaica, and the same goes for southbound to Springfield Gardens. Um, Same goes for southbound to Springfield Gardens. One street that's been added is by Guy Arbor Boulevard, Tuskegee Airmen Way. And let me see, Tuskegee Airmen Way. And what else? Tuskegee Airmen Way. Oh, so these are some different streets. Okay, so Parsons Boulevard, 88th Avenue, Archer Avenue, Parsons Boulevard, Guy Arbor Boulevard, Archer Avenue. Um, and Guyborough Boulevard, Tuskegee Airmen Way, Guyborough Boulevard, 107th Avenue, following Guyborough Boulevard, 109th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, Brinkenhoff Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, Claude Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, and Linden Boulevard, Guyborough Boulevard, 116th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, Foch Boulevard, Guyborough Boulevard, 120th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, and Baisley Boulevard, um, Guyborough Boulevard, 130th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, 132nd Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, and 137th Avenue, Guyborough Boulevard, and 144th Avenue, and Guy Arboro Boulevard, 145th Drive are the are added to the current existing bus stop for the Q115. Now, hang on a second. I will cover. Hang on a second here. Hang on one measly fucking second here. I will cover the QMs, and I'll cover the QMs as far as like the express buses. Next time actually, I'll do that next time, man. You know what I'm saying? I might not have the time to do this, so I want to actually move on to. I want to move on to the to another to another topic actually. So let me just uh, let me just add this segment right here coming up. We got a passing, a musician from what is it, the Beach Boys, that passed away recently. Um, if you want to know who did that, um, I will gladly fill you in a segment that I like to call "Chatting or the Jazz." All right. All right. Okay, we got a passing that we got to talk about here. Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys passed away at age 82. Um, at age 82, he is the pop music genius and singer who co-founded the Beach Boys. Um, that's the person that passed. And of course, the musician's family announced his death on Wednesday, June 11th, in an Instagram post featuring a recent photo of the star smiling on a bench. Wilson's Beach Boys bandmate Al Jardine confirmed to people that he died in the early morning of June 11th. Of course, we are heartbroken to announce that our beloved father, Brian Wilson, has passed away. The statement read, we are at a loss for words right now. Please respect our privacy at this time as our family is grieving. We realize that we are sharing our grief with the world, love, and mercy. And yeah, he was born June 20th, 1942, in Inglewood, California. Of course, Wilson was the eldest child among his siblings, including Dennis and Carl, who were born in 1944 and 1946, respectively. From an early age, he was said to have an aptitude for music, with two biographies inside the music of Brian Wilson, the songs, sounds, and influences of the Beach Boys, founding genius and Wouldn't It Be Nice, Brian Wilson, and making in the making of the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, detailing his abilities with pitch and melody. Yeah, yeah. So that's crazy though, man. At age 19, Wilson, along with his brothers Love and Jardine, formed the Beach Boys, which was initially known as the Pendlestones. The Pendletone, excuse me, and co-wrote the group's first song, "Surfing," by 1962. They released their first studio album, "Surfing Safari," and with the success of their sophomore effort, "Surfing USA," and subsequent albums also released in 1963, they helped cultivate and became synonymous with the California sound. Um, Few years later, Wilson helped the group expand beyond that surf and beach culture with more mature music, culminating in 1966's Pet Sounds, 1967 Scrap of Effort, Smile, and the single Good Vibrations. The first is what eventually cemented Wilson and the Beach Boys' place in rock and roll history, with the album going on to become one of the most influential of all time. So yeah, and Good Vibrations, which topped the Billboard Hot 100 in 1966. Wilson told People in 2018 that was a very complex record. He added, "We cut that in 4 studios. The verses at Gold Star, the bridge at Sunset Sound, the background music for the choruses at Western, and the vocals at Columbia. My brother said, Brian, this is going to be a #1 record." I said, "I know." So there you go. So yeah, this is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. So SIP to Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. All right, so I want to move on to I want to move on to I want to move on to the Starbucks topic, which is the episode title is 18 Starbucks drinks don't count as coffee. So, according to tastingtable.com, Starbucks is a global coffee chain phenomenon with over 40,000 stores worldwide, and while most may think of popular Starbucks drinks like the iced brown sugar oatmeal shaken espresso, iced caramel macchiato, or pumpkin spice latte, we want to talk about the brand's best non are most certainly those moments in life when you are not in the mood for a coffee or you want a different flavor profile. The chain offers a range of non-coffee drinks that are just as tasty and photo worthy. We have recommendations that you can pull from based on your mood, whether you want a sipper that's hot, cold, sweet, herbal, fruity, or creamy. There's a bit of everything to suit your taste. We pulled from our previous articles and roundups to determine the best 18 best drinks at Starbucks that aren't coffee. So let's go down the list. So matcha latte, London fog tea latte. You have honey citrus mint tea, caramel apple spice, frozen pineapple passion fruit lemonade fresher. You have strawberry acai acai lemonade refresher. You have matcha cream frappuccino, vanilla cream, mint majesty. Oh shit. That's funny. You got pink drink. You have steamed apple juice, iced matcha lemonade, passion tango tea lemonade, iced iced chai tea latte. You have hot chocolate. You have iced peach green tea lemonade, caramel ribbon crunch cream frappuccino. You have mango dragon fruit lemonade refresher. Yeah, so these are the 18. These are the 18 drinks at Starbucks that aren't coffee. So there you go, right there. All right, so let's go on to yeah. So let's go on to yeah Let's go on to a little bit of Dame Dash for a sec, man. We got a little breaking news to get. We got a little breaking news to get to, actually, man. Um, a little breaking news about Dame Dash. Um, A little breaking news about Damon Dash, according to allhiphop.com. So karma hits Damon Dash in the motherfucking face. Here's what's going on with Damon Dash. Damon Dash is catching legal smoke again, and this time filmmaker Josh Weber wants him locked up for allegedly ignoring a court order tied to a multi-million dollar lawsuit over the film Dear Frank. Weber is asking, damn son, this is crazy, man. This is crazy this is crazy, man. And listen, man, I knew karma was gonna hit him in the face, and I talked about this Breakfast Club interview that he did years ago when he was talking mad shit about um, hardworking people who have 9 to 5 jobs. Not everybody is built to be fucking bosses, okay? Not everybody's built to be selling cookies like his son is doing. So let's not get our fucking panties in a bunch, man, and be hyped up with the whole fucking bullshit. Like, stop it, man. All right, so back to the trouble with Dame Dash, of course. Actually, so there is an arrest warrant for his crazy ass. So let's get into the nitty gritty here. Let's get into the nitty gritty here. Actually, so yeah, so hold on. This damn thing is like acting up here. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right. Let's get into this thing. All right, so if yeah, so whoever is asking the judge for allegedly ducking a court mandated deadline to hand over ownership papers tied to his companies and copyrighted work. The docs are supposed to help facilitate the auctions of Dame Dash's assets, which was approved by the court earlier to pay off a fat $4 million judgment. Um, the judge already warned Damon Dash that skipping out on the discovery process could land him in real trouble, like fines and jail time. So this is crazy, man. Um, and that's crazy, man. You know, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for his ass. I really don't feel bad for his ass, though, man, because that's what he fucking gets, man. Nobody feels sorry for his ass, man. Especially nobody can forget the Breakfast Club interview that he did, though, man. And I've discussed this and I gave my thoughts. I gave my thoughts on that shit, and to make even matters worse for Dame Dash, he also has. Let me see. He also has other problems too, and this is according to Complex. So it's not just the it's not just the dear Frank one. This one right here is, yeah, $800,000 judgment. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, 800. Yeah, this is crazy, man. So the copyrights to Dame's films. So basically, he is being forced to give up businesses and copyrights to satisfy $823,000 and for 200 no $823,284 in damages that was awarded to filmmaker Josh Weber. Yeah, um, he has businesses like Poppington LLC, um, to hand over full ownership of Dame Dash Films Incorporated, Blue Rock LLC, Black Rock LLC, um, Ocean East Improvement LLC, 1996 Songs LLC, Lebanon Improvements LLC. The copyrights to Dame's films are up for grabs. Welcome to yeah, welcome to Belt Black Rock. Black Rock honor up. Went to we went to China and too honorable. Oh wow. Listen, man. I don't feel bad for that motherfucker, man. I don't feel bad for that motherfucker, man. And I'm not gonna waste my time on this shit anyway because I got other topics that I want to get to as well. So I got other topics that I want to get to as well, man. But I don't feel bad for his ass, man. And karma hits you in the face, man, for talking shit to everybody and all that other shit. So, all right, all right. I want to get into Nike. Let's get into Nike, man. One of my favorite sneakers of all time that I actually like to wear. All right, I'm gonna go quickly as fast as possible because I don't want the time on my live stream to actually, you know, run out. So let's go over Nike Air Force One. There was a new one actually. So, Nike Air Force One with both a wealth of collaborations and off-worn general releases. The Nike Air Force One quickly became one of the most popular sneakers in history. It was designed by Bruce Kilgore back in 1982, releasing in both a high top and low top shape. Now, for decades after the silhouette is objectively one of the brand's best sellers, and it sits among the rotations of celebrities like Travis Scott, Hiroshi, Fujiwara, G Dragon, and many others. Throughout the years, the Air Force One has produced a number of distinct iterations, some leaning towards technical upgrades, while others more artistic interpretations. While the SFAF1, Lunar Air Force One, and acronyms Downtown Air Force One have aimed to apply a more utilitarian filter. Partnerships with the aforementioned Big Bang leader, Supreme Keith Kit KITH, and Off White have grounded the model in an unmatched versatility. From hidden artwork to subtle streetwear branding, Air Force One has seen it all. Since its inception, it's become a totem of the entire Nike umbrella, bearing Jordan brand influences, ACG references, and powerful messaging, all within the span of a calendar year. In recent memory, collaborations with the likes of Cactus Plant Flea Market and um, Jackmas, as well as an in-house Chinese New Year pair, have shown that the silhouettes can be can still be plenty subversive despite its ubiquity. And while notable for such variety, both the triple white and triple black colorways have remained a mainstay within the Air Force One's library of styles. While the latter is controversial thanks to its unique associations, the former is um, an affluent icon that has become the perfect canvas for sneaker customizers. Okay, so they have the Air Force Ones with the autumn leaves. They have the Cordura built Nike Air Force Ones lows. They're coming back in the fall. Nike raises the lux levels on this fall ready Air Force One. Contrast stitching remains heavy on the Nike Air Force One low. Nike Air Force One low varsity red turns to reliable gum soles. Nike made a triple white Air Force One with better leather. Nike Air Force One gets a feminine touch with velvet laces. Lil Yachty's green croc skin Nike Air Force One surfaces again. And then you have the Nike Air Force One New York versus New York releases on July 22nd. That's next week. That's next week, man. Of course, for all you sneakerheads, if you're into sneakers and stuff like that, go to sneakernews.com and look for news and some sneaker release dates and Jordan release dates and stuff. So there you go. Let me see if there's any other topics that I want to talk about here. Real quick, real quick. Congratulations to Kendrick Lamar, Doechii, and Drake this year. There was 10 nominations, of course, with Kendrick Lamar with the BET Awards, closely behind by Doechii, Glorilla, and Future with 6 nominations apiece. And of course, all the others. And yeah, Video of the Year, Not Like Us is included, and SZA and all the other artists. So congratulations to them. So Drake's nominations for include Album of the Year for Some Sexy Songs for You, Family Matters Viewers Choice Award for Nokia, We Don't Trust You type shit like that. Um, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of artists that got nominated and stuff, man. So I actually didn't get a chance to watch the BET Awards, so let's go over. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to actually. I didn't get a chance to actually go over who won and all that other stuff. So I'll probably do that in a future episode. So I wasn't even prepared for all this, but anyway, congratulations to the nominations and the winners of the BET Awards. So I'm just gonna keep going to another topic here. So let's go to another topic here. So I have to really um let's see. Okay, let's get into some movie news. Let's get into some movie news, man. Movie news. Now, this is very funny actually. This is very funny. But first, I want to go over the F1 the movie by Brad Pitt. I'm glad it was number one in the box office, though, man. And congratulations to Brad Pitt and the F1 movie and the cast for being number one in the box office. And this is where we're going to start right here with the movie Man Cave Pop, the movie Man Cave Popcorn segment. Here we go. All right, let's get into a little recap of F1 that recently came out as number one in the box office. I am going to actually go over it with you, the listeners at home, and all that other stuff. So this is what Apple TV. What is it on Apple TV Plus? Let me see. Let me see. So let's get into it right here. This is according to the folks from Variety. All right, so when it comes to Apple's biggest films, F1 the movie has officially moved the pole position. F1 has generated $293 million at the box office after 10 days of release, overtaking the entire theatrical runs of Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon um, and Ridley Scott's Napoleon to stand as Apple's highest grossing movie to date. That's not a particularly difficult benchmark to break since Apple has only released 5 films theatrically and 2 of them, Fly Me to the Moon and Argyle, were outright flops. And yet, the ticket sales for F1 are at least a step in the right direction for the fledgling studio's theatrical ambitions after um, Apple siphoned off a string of commercial misfires. Um, F1 was considered an inflection point for the tech giant. There was a growing internal sense that if a crowd pleaser like F1 didn't work on the big screen, Apple would be better off abandoning the movie business in favor of television. After all, the company has fielded plenty of small screen successes on Apple TV Plus, including Severance and Ted Lasso. Of course, Apple's future film strategy won't hinge solely on the success of F1, and more importantly, the racing drama isn't close to climbing out of the red. F1 cost more than $250 million to produce and roughly $100 million more to market, um, which means the tentpole will require multiple laps around the track to justify its massive price tag. Um, so yeah, maximum price tag actually. So where is it? Yeah, this is great. Okay, yeah. So maximum price tag. Yes. Yeah, maximum price tag. Let me just look for it. Yeah, maximum price tag. Yeah, but these ticket sales, which are encouraging for any adult screen original film, at least give Apple a reason to stay the course. Oh yeah, it also helps that Apple has a $3 trillion market cap and doesn't face the same financial pressure traditional source. No, traditional studio. Excuse me. Directed by Joseph Kosinski from Top Gun Maverick, and produced by Media One on Plan B Entertainment. F1 stars Brad Pitt had as a has-been Formula One driver who emerges from retirement to coach a rookie driver and save a failing team. The film landed in theaters in late June with $57 million domestically and $146 million worldwide, easily handling Apple its biggest opening weekend to date. Positive word of mouth should contribute to the movie staying power, even as F1 endures strong headwinds from Jurassic World Rebirth and upcoming blockbusters. Hopeful, what is it? What is it? Hopeful film, yeah, hopeful films hopefuls like Superman and Fantastic Four, the first steps outside of the United States and Canada, where F1 has revved to $109.5 million. Top earning territories include China, United Kingdom, Mexico, France, and Australia. So, a big, huge congratulations to F1 for being number one in the box office that recently came out. This one is funny, actually. This next topic is very funny. I actually talked about this to two or three people actually, and I didn't know that Ryan Reynolds had a production company called Maximum Effort. And the reason I bring this up is because this has to do with Paramount Animation, which is developing I Eat Poop, a Dung Beetle Story. I'm not joking, folks. I'm not fucking joking, folks. This is actually the real thing. Now, according to Deadline, Paramount, according to Animation is according to Deadline, Paramount Animation is developing I Eat Poop, a Dung Beetle Story based on the popular children's book by Mark Peck, with Ryan Reynolds' Maximum Effort producing under their first look deal with the Melrose Avenue lot. Josh Cooley, the Oscar-winning filmmaker behind Toy Story 4, is adapting and in talks to direct. Also producing are EGOT-winning song makers Benji Benj and Benj Pasek and Justin Paul via their production company Ampersand. The duo previously worked with Maximum Effort on Ditties for the original film Spirited, starring Reynolds and Will Ferrell. I Eat Poop. Listen to this, and Chris from 3C Films talked about this actually on his YouTube channel page. So I Eat Poop follows Dung Beetle Dougie, who starts at a new school in a new town. There he struggles to hide who he is and what he eats. But when a series of mysterious disappearance plagues the town, Dougie and his whole community discover that what makes them different, might just be what makes them heroes. Hmm. Huh. Huh. Brad Butler is overseeing the project for Paramount Animation. Additional, oh gosh, additional projects in development with Maximum Effort include boy band starter villain um, Eloise, Reality Vice, and the untitled conspiracy thriller. Um, Cooley began his career at Pixar, contributing to The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and Up. He co-wrote Inside Out 2015, earning an Oscar nomination, and made his directorial debut with 2019's Toy Story 4, which not only won Best Animated Feature at the Oscars, but also grossed over $1.07 billion. In 2020, he wrote screenplays for Universal, Sony Pictures, and Disney. Most recently, he directed Transformers 1 last year for Paramount, which made hang on a second. Um, hang on a second here, folks. Which made over $129 million worldwide. Of course, Pat is also the award-winning author and illustrator of "I'm Not Millie." This is my book, Lizard from the Park, the boy and the airplane, the girl and the bicycle, the girl who never made mistakes. His books have sold over 500,000 copies and have been translated into 10 languages. Before books, he was a political cartoonist in Prague. Um, he created the syndicated comic book strips Mr. Lowe and Lucky Cow. He holds the Guinness World Record for the world's largest comic strip. A former sixth grade teacher and current professional poker player, he lives with his family in the Mountain West. He is rep by CAA on behalf of Carrie Sparks of Levine Greenberg Roston Literary Agency. Cooley is represented by CAA Jeff Silver at Untitled, and Peter Sample and Ryan Levine at Jackaway. Pasek and Paul are represented by CAA Craft Angel, Angel Management, and Shrek, Rose, DePello, Adams, and Berlin and Dunham. Yeah, so there's no release date for this movie, so I'm just gonna actually go on to oh man. All right, so I want to go on to I want to go on to so that was your movie news right there, man. I'm gonna go on to some fun activities for you folks out here that's looking for some fun activities to do for the weekend. Hold on a second. And yes, there it is. I'm gonna actually get into this. This is remains to be seen, and I will set this up right here, right now. So here we go. Yes, I have a lineup of fun activities for you folks. That's that's in the New York areas of the five boroughs, and of course Long Island and the tri-state areas like New Jersey and Connecticut. And of course, if you are from California, if you are from Chicago, if you are from London, if you are from Paris, and you're looking for some fun activities to do for the weekend, go to www.timeout.com. Now, I want to start off with what's happening on Saturday. What's happening this Saturday? In terms of David Wright. All right, so David Wright's retirement ceremony is happening on Saturday. It's happening on Saturday, July 19th. Hurry up and get your tickets. I want to actually, yeah, I'm gonna get into it right here. So hurry up and get your tickets, and I'll gladly actually read off of this right now. So this is according to the New York Post. For all you Mets fans right now, Captain America is finally getting his due. Saturday, July 19th, the New York Mets are retiring David Wright's number 5 jersey before their 4:10 game against the Cincinnati Reds at Citi Field. In addition to that honor, the seven-time All-Star will also be inducted into the team's Hall of Fame, joining Tom Seaver as the only players to receive both distinctions on the same day. ceremony looking back at the Virginia native's storied career from 2004 to 16 and 2018 for just a minute, where he blasted 242 home runs, knocked in 970 runs, helped lead the team to the 2015 World Series, and netted a pair of Gold Glove and Silver Slugger awards, will likely be an emotional affair. And quote, I can't wait. I can't quite put it into words, the appreciation I have for the city of New York and Mets fans. The 42-year-old said in a statement, for 15 years, I felt like I had 40,000 friends and family members in the stands each night. It was an honor of a lifetime taking the field as the captain, and I truly feel like his honor is just as much as yours as it is mine. Thank you for the continued support, and I can't wait to see you on July 19th. As of now, the Post doesn't know who's going to join Wright at the pregame event, although we guess his former teammate Jose Reyes and manager Terry Collins will be in attendance. If you want, if you want to be there as well, last minute tickets are still available. At the time of publication, the lowest price we can find on tickets was $75, including fees on Vivid Seats. 100 level seats start at 103, including fees. Too rich for your blood. In that case, we recommend going to the Sunday game where the Mets are giving away David Wright's bobbleheads. Some tickets for that lower profile contest are only $17, including fees. Of course, for more information, our team has everything you need to know and more about the New York Mets David Wright number retirement game below. So this is going to be all right. So David Wright number retirement game ticket prices. Okay, so the City Field sections 500 level is $75, 400 level $88, 300 level $111, and 100 level $103, including fees. Damn, that shit is crazy expensive though, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, yeah. So Vivid Seats is verified secondary marketing ticket platform, and prices may be higher or lower than face value depending on demand. Wow, wow. So there you go, man. There you go. Um, so there you go. There you go. Also, which is coming up real soon, is a fellow YouTuber and Mets fan who is having his own event called Wardy Day, man. Make sure y'all hurry up and go to SeatGeek.com and you look for the code Wardy10 so you can get your tickets. Hurry up because it's going to be it's the tickets are going to be running out so fast, so you might as well hurry up and get it. It starts on August 1st. August 1st, right? August 1st. All right. So there you go right there. And make sure you follow Wardy NYM on YouTube. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. He'll give you the details, especially the code Wardy10, all that great stuff. Shouts to Wardy doing his thing and having his own day happening on August 1st. So you can join him, have some fun, talk with him, talk Mets baseball, all that great stuff whatsoever. Um, and the rest of the details he'll fill you in. He'll fill you in with his promo. All right. The next event I want to talk about is the Jamaica, um, the Jamaica Arts and Music Summer Festival, which is happening on Friday. Actually, August 1st is a Friday, the same day as Wardy Day. That's interesting. That's interesting, man. So that's interesting right there, man. Um, all you need to do is get your free tickets. Tickets are free. And if you go to allevents.in/Jamaica Jams Festival 2025 2-day event, which is happening Friday at 5 o'clock, Jamaica Avenue. And of course, Yeah, Friday, Jamaica Avenue. Location, Jamaica Avenue. Yes, there. Yeah, Jamaica Avenue. So, in case you don't know what this is about, the Jamaica Arts Music Summer Festival under the Stars concert kicks off the festivities with an evening concert which pays homage to one of the musical genres of jazz, R&B, rock, hip hop, and funk in the beautiful green roof, um, which is located at Jamaica Avenue between 150 and 153rd Street. That's Friday, August 1st at 5 p.m. Jamaica Arts and Music Summit Jamaica Arts and Music Summer Festival Open Air Festival begins with over 400 multicultural food and merchandise vendors representing world cultures on 10 blocks of Jamaica Avenue. And of course, between Parsons Boulevard and 170th streets are closed to vehicular traffic. And of course, Saturday, the time is from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So there you go, right there. Hurry up and get your free tickets at allevents.in. Next, we have Pass the Mic by DJ Cassidy. You go to Ticketmaster or any website whatsoever. So I'll break this down whatsoever. So let's go on here. All right. So oh boy, come on. So DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic live takes place at um yeah, it takes place at hold on a second. What the hell? No, man, that's not what I meant. No. Um oh shit. Yeah, hold on. Pass the mic, wait a second. Hang on. Pass damn it. Pass the mic. Yeah, pass the mic. Here it is. Yeah, this is what I was trying to get into. So Pass the Mic live by DJ Cassidy takes place at the Hard Rock Live at um, E-Test Arena in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Um, yeah, so there you go right there, man. There you go right there. So hurry up and get your tickets at Ticketmaster for more details and stuff like that. So that hold on. And it takes place on Sunday, August 17th at 7:30 p.m. at the Hard Rock Live at E-Test Arena, Atlantic City, New Jersey. And of course, for more information, Hard Rock 88 sales info. Of course, you can call 1609 449 6037 and all that great stuff right there. So there you go, right there. Now DJ Envy has a car show that I got to get into right here. So let's get into it right here, and this is from Eventbrite.com. All right, so I want to get into this right here, real quick. Yeah, real quick actually. So this is the Drive Your Dreams event. Yes, so DJ Envy and Lincoln Tech presents the Drive Your Dreams Car Show, which takes place on Saturday, August 16th. Yeah, so we're back for the seventh year. Saturday, August 16th, New York, New Jersey. The Drive Your Dreams Car Show is returning. This year will be bigger and better. And this will take place at the Meadowlands Exposition Center at 33 Plaza Drive, Secaucus, New Jersey, 07094. And you're not going to be able to get any refunds, so don't ask for a refund. So Yeah, so come celebrate with DJ Envy and the BB Boys as we bring the biggest car show back to NYC in New Jersey, powered by Lincoln Tech. You don't want to miss this one as we have new exotic cars, celebrity cars, old school cars, and a whole fleet of new releases. Don't forget we also have carnival rides, jumpies, face painting, gaming trucks, food trucks, and so much more. You don't want to miss this. Get your tickets now. Kids 5 and under free. To enter your car or become a vendor, please contact DJ Every Car Show at gmail.com. Send a photo of the vehicle you want to enter to get approval before purchasing a ticket. To be a vendor, email DJMV carshow at gmail.com with your business name and description for approval. To be a full vendor, you do the same at djmvcarshow at gmail.com with you, menu, permits, proof of insurance, and a photo of your truck for approval. Limited spots are limited. So hurry up. Go to www.eventbrite.com so you don't miss out on all the action on Saturday, August 16th. And like I said, it takes place at the Meadowlands Expo Center, 33, excuse me, 355 Plaza Drive, Secaucus, New Jersey, 07094. Of course, celebrity cars, exotic cars, food, music, and family fun. All right, so let's go to all right, so so I'm actually gonna hold this off actually. So okay, Saturday, Heyday is happening between which takes place on Union Square Green Market, which is located at East 17th Street, Manhattan, 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. It's free entry, and let me just hurry up and do this. Come on, man, let me hurry up and do this. And event that's happening. To be sure to it's a free event and it's located at Shopify New York City, NYC, which is New York City, on 131 Green Street, Manhattan. It starts from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The event is free. There's some feel good day of gifts, games, giveaways, and a lot of warmies to hug. Come for the lavender lattes and healthy snacks. Stay for the soft, adorable snuggles. Excuse me. And of course, Sunday, local shop local, only in Harlem, 5K run walk. Of course, this takes place at Randall's Island Field, number 10, 130 Central Road, Manhattan, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it's going to cost you $30 to actually get in. It includes and it's represented by Harlem Run and Never Stop Running. This lively event features music, refreshments, live results, raffle prizes from Brooks Running. Participants will receive a custom race bib and enjoy scenic, high energy course with easy access to public transportation. And of course, FAD Market at Governor's Island, which takes place at Governor's Island, 10 South Street, Slip 7, Manhattan. Starts from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event is free. And all the other stuff. So be sure to check it out. To find more amazing things to do for New York City, you can go to events.amny.com, qns.com, brooklynpapers.com, bxtimes.com, and longislandpress.com. All right. Um, all right. So I want to get into I want to get into some video game news in regards to, real quick, a little bit of Robocop. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. Yes, so we'll go into the video game entertainment newsroom, and we're going to talk about this new RoboCop game. Actually, that's actually out right now. So here it is, the video game entertainment newsroom. We'll get into that, and whatever video game topic I don't get to, I will hold that off for another episode or the following episode. So please forgive me. So I'm trying to actually rush this. So let me trying to rush this actually. So, um, come on, come on. Damn. All right. All right. Let's get it. Let's get into it right here. All right. Come on. All right. Real quick. I'm gonna go straight into the RoboCop game. I'm gonna go into the RoboCop game, and that's it. I'm gonna wrap up right there. So, all right. According to Game Grin, of course. So here it is. RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. All right, so the launch of Tayin and Nakon's RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business is getting swiftly closer as the team releases an official overview trailer to give players a look at what they can expect. The team is working together again to bring the sequel to the beloved original launch to life, which has from seen love from players around the world. So from the trailer, it touches on a brand new storyline. A group of mercenaries have gotten their hands on OCP's technology, enforcing their twisted version of justice atop an army tower turned fortress. It'll be your job to stop them. All new enemies. As you climb up the tower, you'll face a slew of new enemies, bringing new challenges to the new experience. Foes wield new powerful weapons to try to stop your ascent for justice. A large arsenal of weapons, you will be equipped with all sorts of heavy weaponry to ensure that your climb to the top is successful. From your trusty gun to a minigun, and even OCP's um, cry- cryo cannon, giving you new ways to engage with the foes that stand in your path. New playable characters from taking on the role of Alex Murphy before becoming a titular hero to taking on the role of the other characters in ED209. You'll be able to unravel the narrative through the eyes of many characters. Each one each one will bring new gameplay styles and narratives for you to uncover, which means you won't just be unraveling the story as Robocop. So it is out right now. Robocop Rogue City Unfinished Business is out right now for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PC via Steam. All right, so there you go right there. There you go right there, folks. I'm about to wrap this up right now, man. So yeah, let me wrap this up right now. Let me hurry up. Let me hurry up right here, man. All right, let me hurry up right here with this. Stream choices on the go. Let's do this right here. Let's do this right here, right now. Um, let's do this right here, right now. Hang on one second. Hang on one measly second here. Boy, come on, come on. All right, let's get into it. All right, make sure you follow off the Meet Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast on Blue Sky Social, Facebook, Threads, and Instagram, alongside with my other podcast shows that I do. Um, and of course, the same goes for my other podcast, which is my sports platform, which is excellent fun, vibrant talks podcast. My entertainment review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, and of course, you can follow me on Threads and Instagram at G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. And of course, go to the link when you go to the link in bio, linktree/G Money Stacks 555. You're gonna see a whole list of streaming platforms, which includes Odyssey, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. Please rate 5 stars and give a review. I'm trying to it encourages me to actually create more content and grow the show. Castbox FM, These are Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overall FM Podcast, Pandora, Player FM, Pocket Podcast Guru, Podcatcher, Podcast Republic, Snip, Spotify. Make sure you add the podcast to your Spotify playlist. Spotify for creators, TuneIn Radio, Fountain, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, the number one app where you can listen to your favorite music artists, rappers, singers, R&B, hip hop artists, and radio stations, alongside with you listening to podcast shows and episodes for free. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio. All you need to do is subscribe, follow off the Meet Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast on iHeartRadio, along with the following streaming platforms whatsoever. And of course, and to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555, so you be notified on when I'll be on the air via live streams to create more content, new episodes whatsoever, including the day, date, and time. And of course, be sure to leave a like and a comment and tell me how you feel about the topics in today's episode and previous episodes that I did, and all that great stuff right there. Um, so, and of course, be sure to spread the word by sharing the Linktree link of the podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work, and all that great stuff whatsoever. Enable alerts so you can get to know when I'll be getting new content, new new video episode, new video podcast episode live streams, and of course new episodes Wednesdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Of course, it's happening. It's happening for new episodes on every streaming platform. Whenever you listen, stream, and watch a podcast. All right. This is gonna be it for me. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for listening to episode 405. I appreciate every single one of y'all who took the time to listen to every single episode. Remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. And please follow your goals and dreams. Don't let anybody stop you or tell you how to run your podcast, how you host, how you run your topics, and all that great stuff whatsoever. Um, remember to remember be yourself behind the microphone. Be on your p's and q's, creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone, alongside with ton of vision. And of course, stay cool, stay hydrated, stay liquid, and of course, And of course, like I said, man, I hope y'all have fun at the David Wright retirement ceremony. Hurry up and get your tickets, and of course, hurry up and get your tickets for Wardy Day event, which is on Friday, August 1st, the same day as the Jamaica Arts Music Summer Festival. Hurry up and get your free tickets, all that great stuff. All the fun is happening, and yeah, man, that's it. I'll see y'all next time on the flip side. Peace and one love. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Be safe. Peace and one love. Good night, everybody.